Okay. Oh, you have to turn it on? Okay, there we go.
Hello and welcome to Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com. It's the PlayOnSports.com pregame show live from St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm Nick Grunowitz with Earl McDonald on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. And tonight's matchup features the visiting Northside Christian High School Mustangs against the host Canterbury High School Crusaders. And Northside Christian comes into tonight's game with an 0-8 record, while Canterbury is 2-6. This game also a 2A District 5 contest. The Mustangs are 0-7 and last in the league, while the Crusaders are 7th in the standings at 2-5. As we welcome you to the broadcast, let's get my partner Earl McDonald in on this one right here. Earl, we'll start with the home team, Canterbury, who came into the season with high expectations, but frankly, it's been an injury-riddled season.
It absolutely has, Nick. Their head coach was telling us earlier that they lost not one, not two, but three quarterbacks since week one. And the guy that he's starting now used to be a starting offensive lineman, and so he's down his starting offensive lineman and three quarterbacks.
Yeah, Matt Wiley, the starting quarterback for this Canterbury school, and frankly, it's just been what Bill Jones said and all about do what you can for us this year, and they've started to build on some of the smaller wins throughout the season. Not the W's, but frankly the positive things in the year, and one of the real bright positives has been P.J. Franklin, the starting tailback.
Yeah, he's been terrific. Coach Jones thinks that he is either leading Pinellas County in rushing or could be after tonight's game. He's been a tremendous asset, stepping up after some graduations and other injuries.
Yeah, last week, P.J. Franklin in a win over Keswick Christian, 20 rushes, 130 yards with a 65-yard gash. He comes into tonight's game averaging 107.8 yards per game. So this is going to be a very nice matchup between these two teams. And that's going to do it for our pregame show. The kickoff between Northside Christian and Canterbury School coming up after this on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP. We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP. We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP. We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP. We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP. We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP. We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP. We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP. We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. Oh, we're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to PlayOn
Welcome back to Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com, coming to you live from St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm Nick Grunowitz alongside Earl McDonald on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. And tonight's matchup features the visiting Northside Christian High School Mustangs against the home Canterbury High School Crusaders, as we welcome you back into the broadcast. And we're just about ready for kickoff. And Earl, we talked a lot about Canterbury in our pregame show, but on the other side, it's Northside Christian. They're 0-8 this year, still looking for their first win.
They are, and it's always tough when you're coming out for the season and you just can't get that first win under your belt. Here, they've got a chance because the other team has also been struggling. They've had a lot of injuries. Maybe they can put something together and finally get one W on the board.
Well, Canterbury will return. They'll move right to left across your screen upon receiving. Blue jerseys, white pants, and blue helmets for Canterbury. Northside Christian in road whites with black shorts. Ready to kick this thing away is Brian Grace. P.J. Franklin back to return, and that one's going to sail up and over his head, bounce into the end zone, and it's going to go back for a touchback as we're ready to get this one underway. Once again, Canterbury hosting Northside Christian High School. It's the Crusaders hosting the Mustangs. Both these teams in a much need for a late season win. Canterbury coming in to the game 2-6. Northside Christian, they're 0-8. We'll get our first look at starting quarterback Matt Wiley, where if you listen to the pregame show, you might have heard that he's the third-string quarterback. Top two guys were both lost due to injury, and Wiley is set behind center here, making it in the gun. Here's the snap, and he's going to keep it himself, rolling right side, going to take a toss down the field. Right side, that ball's caught across the 40, 45, and across midfield is the wideout for Canterbury. What a catch there for number 5. That's Crosby Ellinger, the leading receiver for this team, a senior 170-pounder. Big play to open up the game for Canterbury.
It certainly was, Nick, and I don't know when the last time was that you saw a quarterback numbered 56 come out on the first possession, first play, and throw a nice big pass like that.
I haven't in a very long time, maybe ever. It's a very high number for a quarterback. As Wiley ends up here in the gun. In motion goes the back. They give it to him left side. Fawcett to the hashes, taken down at the 40. It's a 4-yard run for Fawcett, going to set up 2nd and 6 on the first drive of the game for Canterbury. So Fawcett takes it for 4 yards. And on second down, Wiley will once again huddle things up. But Earl, we can't, of course, emphasize enough how much injury has really hurt this team.
Yeah, and again, going back to what I said earlier, whenever your quarterback is number 56, you know you've had some problems with injuries.
Wiley, give to Franklin, goes wide to the outside, cuts upfield, finds a hole, cannot break the tackler at the 35-yard line. As Franklin's taken down, they're going to mark him inside of the 35, near the 33. It's going to be a first down for Canterbury. They should move the chains here depending on the spot, and they will. 1st and 10 for Canterbury. We're just underway in the first quarter.
Yeah, and CFS's coach Bill Jones was telling us that he's had to completely overhaul his offense based on the quarterbacks as they went down. And right now he runs, he said, basically a power I with some pro-style passing. And that play was almost identical to the opening play, except that he handed it off instead of running the play-action offense.
We haven't seen the power I in the opening drive here as Wiley is set up in the gun, a wide out to either side. 3-step drop, quick throw near side. This one's caught again inside the 25, the 20, and pushed out of bounds is Crosby Ellinger once again. Wiley was behind center there, but on a 3-step drop, made a very nice pass, about a 15-yard pickup to the 20-yard line for Canterbury.
Yeah, and really for Wiley, coming out with the ball first against a team that's 0-8 is great because he certainly looks like a starting quarterback, not like an emergency quarterback.
They'll mark it 1st and 10 on the 19-yard line of Northside Christian as the Mustangs defense is under fire early here, and Wiley sets up in the gun with 3 wide receivers in motion. Goes Fawcett, play action, left side runs Wiley, hit at the line, and he's driven backwards and now pushing the pile forward, and looks like Wiley may have gotten about a yard. That's what you can do when your quarterback's 210 pounds.
That's exactly right. When your quarterback is used to being a linebacker and an offensive lineman, he can often push a pile.
That's what head coach Bill Jones said. He said it was a huge loss for us, not only the quarterback position having to move Wiley to the quarterback spot, but also was a huge loss on the offensive line.
Yep.
2nd and 9. Canterbury looking to score on their opening drive. Wiley in the gun with an empty backfield. In motion, Franklin. And Franklin is not going to get it. Quick toss near sideline. Ball caught. This is Fawcett. Inside the 10. Cuts to the end zone. That's a touchdown for Fawcett. It goes for 20 yards, and Canterbury leads 6-0 with 9:27 left in the first quarter. Little misdirection play with Fawcett ending up wide open on the near sideline.
It was a misdirection, but again, to praise Wiley once more, not a single incompletion on that drive as he moved the ball nicely up the field.
So with the catch, Fawcett has the touchdown, his first receiving touchdown of the season. For Wiley, that's his 3rd touchdown through the air to go along with 3 interceptions. And now Wiley, the quarterback, the kicker as well, he's going to look to bang through the extra point. So Canterbury, and this is going to be a fake, is snapped to the right side and a throw to the back of the end zone. That ball's up and it is good. Flag down. We'll have to see what the call is here, but it was caught in the end zone by P.J. Franklin. And an illegal receiver downfield against the offense.
One of the upsides of having your emergency quarterback be your starting kicker,
it's an easy play to run,
is that it's easy to run fakes on special teams.
So the conversion no good on the illegal receiver downfield, illegal man downfield.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
They took the ball and drove it right up the field with really no problems whatsoever. They didn't have any significant penalties, no negative plays. Everything went smooth.
That was just the 3rd catch of the season for Fawcett on that 20-yard dash. Had 31 yards of receiving all season. That went for 20 right there and a touchdown. 7-0 Canterbury. And now Wiley's going to come out to kick the ball away, and Northside Christian's going to receive it. I got a chance to see Northside Christian last week against Admiral Farragut, and it was a tough game for this Northside Christian team against, well, one of the top 3 teams, now 2 teams in the district, but they put together a very fine run game. They pushed Admiral Farragut. They won the second half. Had 2 touchdowns. The Admiral Farragut's won. The only problem is that they were down by about 25 points at halftime.
That does make it harder to come back from.
As Wiley's going to line this one up and kick it down the field. Northside Christian is set for their first drive of the game. Here's the kick, hard line drive. This ball's going to knuckle on a bounce, and it's fielded well by Northside Christian. And Tristan Lewis up the far sideline, picks up a block before he's eaten up right at the 25-yard line of the Mustangs, and that is where Singletary, Sakai Singletary, the senior, and the offense will get started. And this is another story of backup quarterback Sakai Singletary, a 5th-year senior. This is his first year really getting regular reps with the program. And he put together a fine game last week, didn't turn it over, managed the game well. But once again, when you're up against a juggernaut like Admiral Farragut, it's hard to stay with that team.
Absolutely.
Singletary set up behind center, moves the fullback to the left now, and here's the snap. Give to the back, left side, barreling into the line, and pushed back after a short gain of 1 yard. John Williams with the carry. It's going to be 2nd and 9. And this is what you're going to see a lot of from this Northside Christian team, coached by former Buccaneer Mike Allstott, a legend here in the Bay Area. He's going to run a lot of power I, likes to use the fullback, the position that he played in the pros. You're going to see a lot of John Williams in this game. We're under 9 minutes in the first quarter, 7-0 Canterbury. And now Singletary sets up in the gun with Williams to his right, 4 wide receivers. And here's the snap, Lewis in motion from right to left. And now here's the snap. Quick throw left side, and it is juggled and incomplete, picked up by the wide receiver. That's Saxon Davis out there, had it go right through his hands. Davis caught thinking just a little bit early about where he wanted to go with the ball, didn't bring it with him.
Yeah, and unfortunately that's the kind of play you just can't have when you're 0-8 and you're already starting the game against another team that's also struggling. But when they start off driving the football down the field, you've got to catch the passes when you're open.
Sets up a 3rd and long, 9 yards for Northside Christian. Mustangs moving left to right across your screen. White jerseys, black pants, black helmets for Northside Christian. On the other side, Canterbury looking for their 3rd win of the year. They're 2-8. And a straight eye for Singletary here. Williams dots it. Here's the snap. Play action. Right side goes Singletary. Now under fire to the near side. Going to run it. Holding it like a loaf of bread. Gets across the 30 on a nice little dodge and falls forward to the 34-yard line. It's going to be a close spot, but it doesn't look like Northside Christian has enough. They needed to get to the 35, and it looks like they're going to mark them at the 34. This is an interesting decision early for head coach Mike Allstott.
It is. It would be very aggressive to go for it here. If you don't get it, you're giving up tremendous field position to an offense that just drove the ball up the field on you, so that'd be a big risk. As a former Georgia resident, that quarterback held the ball, looked a lot like Mike Vick in his early Falcons years.
It did, just like a loaf of bread. And Northside Christian's going to go for it. Williams 5 yards deep. Here's the snap. Give to Williams up the middle, falling forward. He has the first down. Got 2 more yards than he needed, but it still moves the chains for Northside Christian. A carry for Williams. It's 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line of the Mustangs.
Yeah, and that play had Allstott, written all over it. It was a, just a power run right up the middle. It's short distance needed.
Going to punch you right in the mouth. That's it.
Yep.
Either the line's going to give and the offense isn't going to get it, or it's going to be a first down.
Yep.
7:25 left in the first quarter. 7-0 Canterbury. And Singletary behind center. Williams dots the eye again. This Northside Christian team looking for their first win of the year. They'll move the fullback to the left side here in motion. Here's the snap. And a give to Williams, dancing in the middle. And he's picked up by the defense and driven down after a short gain of 2 yards. It's going to be 2nd and about 8.
Yeah, the CSF defense looks pretty good coming out of the gate. They did give up that first down on 4th and short, but that's hard to protect against when it's really short distance. If the team executes their blocks well, there's not much you can do. But on all of the other plays, CSF has looked very, very strong on defense.
This is one of those games that Northside Christian should have circled on their schedule. This is one of those winnable games in the schedule. You can come away with your first win of the year. 4 wideouts for Singletary here, and the snap, Singletary on an option, flips it left side, picked up by Williams, and he falls forward, got nothing. Got back to the 40-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and long for Northside Christian. That was a late decision on that pitch as well for Singletary.
It was, and one of the things that strikes me about the defense is that Coach Bill Jones had talked to us about having a lot of smart players on his team. He's got at least one player with a 4.0 GPA, and he said he's got a lot of smart football players on his team, and they're playing very smart right now. They're staying home, they're doing their jobs.
That was Fawcett he was talking about with the 4.0 GPA.
Yep.
3rd and 8 for Northside Christian. 4 wide receivers for Singletary behind center with Williams in the backfield. Here's the snap. Play action, good protection. Williams shuffling up, throws near sideline. This is for Lewis, and it's over his head and incomplete. Looking for Tristan Lewis, and coming up empty is Sakai Singletary. It's 4th and long for Northside Christian, and most likely a punt coming. Had his man open.
He did have his man open, and looked like a good route, a really well-designed play. They just missed each other hooking up on the pass and catch.
So a punt coming for Northside Christian. Brian Grace will punt it away, and P.J. Franklin back to return it. 5:33 left in the first quarter, a 7-0 lead for Canterbury. The only score in this game, a 20-yard touchdown catch for Sammy Fawcett, his first touchdown catch of the year for the junior 4.0 academic student. Having a good year on the football field and an even better year in the classroom, as here's a high snap, but Grace will punt it away. Wobbly kick end over end, and it's short, aiming for the sideline, and that's where it ends up, right at the 30-yard line of the Crusaders. That's where Wiley and company will get started.
Yeah, and I would look for a very similar drive to what we saw last time. I think they're going to mix it up, keep it fairly simple on the formations. Maybe some of that split back we saw the first time. Maybe they'll show us a little bit more of the power eye. And I think they'll mix up a few runs and a few short passes, and we'll see what happens.
Well, there's going to be an official timeout on the field. So with 5:25 left in the first quarter, it's 7-0. Canterbury here in St. Petersburg, Florida, here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
We bring you back out of the officials' timeout here in St. Petersburg, Florida. Canterbury High School hosting Northside Christian with 5:25 left in the first quarter. Canterbury, after receiving the punt, came into the timeout. Wiley will keep the ball himself, rushing left side, trying to get around the end. Actually pitched it to Fawcett, who's pulled down hard at the near side, just short of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line, 38-yard line. It's going to set up second and about 5 yards for Canterbury. It was a vicious tackle.
It was. It looked like a clean tackle, though. It looked like he got his jersey in the front. It was sort of almost an inverted horse collar, but it wasn't quite so bad.
We're under 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Both of these teams near the bottom of the 2A Division 5 standings, but both looking for a late season win. For Northside Christian, it would be their first. They're 0-8. Canterbury 2-6 this season. Wiley behind center, give to P.J. Franklin, right side, barrels forward, head down, and he's stopped at the 45-yard line. 7-yard run, it's a first down for Canterbury, and they'll mark it 1st and 10 on the 45-yard line of the Crusaders, who lead this game 7-0. The only score so far, Sammy Fawcett, a 20-yard touchdown catch.
The Crusaders would put together, if they could win tonight, that'd be 2 wins in a row. With a young team struggling off of injury, they could be putting together a nice, strong finish.
And once again, here's Wiley behind center. Franklin, no play action. Throw to the right side, ball caught. This is Fawcett across midfield, inside the 40, cutting the left, and dragged down at the 35-yard line of Northside Christian. That passing lane has been open all game so far for Canterbury, they've stuck to the run almost all season, but they're letting Wiley air it out here.
They are, and Fawcett is only 5'10", and he seems almost smaller than that on the field, and he runs nice and low, and I think he's just hard for the defense to find, and he's getting wide open, which is really, really helpful when you're on your 4-string quarterback.
3:50 left in the first quarter, 7-0 lead for Canterbury, and back out come the Crusaders. Wiley sets up in the gun, and motion goes the back. And a throw this side to Franklin. Inside of the 25, cuts up the middle, spins off a tackle, and falls just short of the 15-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 16 of Northside Christian. That misdirection play is giving Mike Allstott's defense fits left and right.
It certainly is, and unless they come up with an answer for it, this game could get out of hand very early.
It's been all Fawcett and Franklin here.
Yep. The Crusaders are running a fairly simple offense, but they're running it beautifully and executing it perfectly.
Wiley looking to get into the end zone for the second time tonight. A straight eye. Franklin dots it on 1st and 10 from the 16. And a throw to the right side. That's wide and incomplete. Wiley looking for Crosby Ellinger, the other senior captain on this team.
I think
it's 2nd and 10.
That may be the first incompletion that the Crusaders have thrown.
It is. It is the first incompletion. They've all been high percentage, simple passes for Wiley, but you have to tip your cap to head coach Bill Jones, keeping it simple for his senior quarterback, who started the season as the kicker and a starting offensive lineman.
Exactly. He was kicker, offensive lineman, and a backup linebacker, or in the rotation at linebacker.
Was 3rd on the quarterback depth chart just because he knew how to run the offense. And Wiley behind center here on 2nd and 10. Pitch left side. Franklin's going to go wide. Cuts upfield inside of the 10 and to the 5-yard line, but he's pulled down short. There is a flag down. And this ball most likely going to come back. It's in the area of holding. We'll have to see what the call is. The head official's going to say it is a hold, going to go on the offense. 10-yard penalty is going to move the ball back to the 26-yard line of Northside Christian and set up 2nd and 20.
Yeah, and we've seen now finally two mistakes from the Crusaders. We saw an incomplete pass and now a holding penalty. Let's see if they can bounce back from it and get their heads back in the game a little bit.
And this is only the second drive of the game for the Crusaders, but they were just about as perfect as they could be, going 80 yards on their opening drive all the way in for a touchdown. It was Fawcett who made a 20-yard touchdown catch, but Wiley was perfect on the drive. They ran the ball very well. Here, a penalty backs them up to 2nd and 20, and the ball on the 24-yard line of Northside Christian. And Wiley behind center. Franklin dots the I, and a wide receiver. Play action, Wiley under fire, and he's pulled down in the backfield, sacked. In on that stop, Mike Abraham, a sophomore for Northside Christian. It's going to be 3rd and very long, about 25 yards. They'll mark it at the 30-yard line, and Canterbury needs to get to the 7.
Yeah, and the Mustangs' defense seems to be getting a little momentum here, and they made a great play on that one, not falling for the play action at all, just getting in the backfield and getting Wiley down for another loss.
3rd and 23 for Wiley, behind center with Franklin behind him, and here's the snap. Pitch to Fawcett. Franklin with a good block. Fawcett fumbles the football, and jumping on top of it, it looks like Canterbury was able to grab it. And they were. So Canterbury was able to grab that ball, but still stopped. Was Canterbury, and now it'll be a field goal coming for Wiley, who will kick it.
Yeah, but that extra yardage that Fawcett got him may very well mean the difference between a made field goal and a missed field goal here for Wiley.
Absolutely. We'll see how long this kick is. They'll kick it right from the 36-yard line, a 46-yarder into the wind. I was watching Wiley kick these before the game. He seemed to have the leg for it as the snap is back. Kick is up, end over end. Does it have enough? It does. It's good. Nobody's standing underneath the goal line there to let us know. The official was right in the middle of the field. I thought he would have been waiting right underneath the uprights, but it is a good kick, 10-0, 1:21 left in the first quarter. It's a 46-yarder for Wiley, so not only is he the starting kicker, but the place kicker who head coach Jones said most likely could go Division I as a kicker. Someone's going to look for him.
Yeah, he did. He said he's got a lot of people looking at him now as a kicker, and he said that that's really what Wiley wants to do. He wants to go to school preferably as a kicker, and if he's got a decent leg, he'd be an awfully nice pickup for a D1 school, because now we also know he can throw the ball and run with it too.
Absolutely. That adds to the arsenal of a kicker as well in case you need some kind of a trick play late in the game.
Absolutely.
And Coach Bill Jones said that one of the teams was Georgia Tech, who was taking a look at Wiley. And Wiley once again will kick this one away, as well as Northside Christian is set to get their second drive of the game and second possession, as Adrian Anderson and Tristan Lewis wait back with 1:21 left in the first quarter. And Wiley will get set to boot this one away. So 2 possessions for Canterbury, 2 scores, a touchdown and a field goal. Wiley ready to go, and he swings his leg through. It's a high, deep drive. Lewis going back. He's going to catch it right at the 2 and run it up the far side, coming back to the near side, looking for a block. Cuts through a bunch, and he has some room. One man to beat, and Wiley with an open tackle right at the 40-yard line to save the potential touchdown. What a play by the starting quarterback and kicker to get Tristan Lewis, who was almost set and reserved for 6 in the end zone.
Wow, that was a great tackle by Wiley. However, Northside defense just got a little momentum with a big stop and a sack and several other big plays, and now they have a decent return. Things could take a turn here if they can put some drives together here.
That was a heck of an open field tackle there. As Singletary is set up in the gun. Left to right goes one of the backs. That's McGarry. Singletary going to throw. Dumps it off near side for Williams. Going wide. Trying to get a step, but he's mugged out of bounds out the near sideline at the 42-yard line. It's a 2-yard pickup for Williams, and it sets up 2nd and 8. This offense for Northside Christian, as I saw last week when they played Admiral Farragut, very conservative, high percentage passes for another young quarterback in Sakai Singletary in his first regular season of being a starting quarterback. So if you're thinking they're going to take a shot down the field at some point in time, neither one of these teams really going to do that in this game. They're going to stick to the run game. We're under a minute left in the first quarter. Singletary behind center. Williams 5 yards deep. 2nd and 8. McGarry in motion. Sets up in the fullback spot. And a give to Williams. Bouncing to the near side. And he is hit from behind and pulled down in the backfield. And who else? That's Wiley, the linebacker, who comes in and makes the stop. It's a loss of 2 and sets up 3rd and 10. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Yeah, and Wiley having just one of those games. He's all over the field right now.
He is, but I think he's also very much looking forward to the extended timeout at the quarter so he can get a little Gatorade and sit down for a second.
Looks like that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. 2 seconds, 1 second, and the clock reads 0 here. So we're through one quarter in St. Petersburg, Florida. Canterbury with a 10-0 lead over Northside Christian. We'll come back as the second quarter starts and the teams switch sides here on your destination for high school sports. It's PlayOnSports.com.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
1 match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more info.
Here at the start of the second quarter, it's 3rd and 10 for Northside Christian. And setting up is Singletary, who's in the gun. 3-step drop, dumps off near sideline. Tristan Lewis fighting the near side and finds it. Gets past the 45, falling forward to the 49-yard line of Northside Christian. And it looks like the Mustangs are going to come up about a yard short on the first down, and another 4th and short for Mike Allstott and his team. Last time they went for it on about their own 30, and John Williams was able to scamper up for 3 yards and get the first down. Looks like they're going to go for the same right here.
It certainly does, and I wouldn't be surprised if they get this one again.
And Northside Christian bringing in a bunch of players. One of them, Mike Abraham, the tight end. Try to bring in a couple of extra big blockers for this kind of a play. On 4th down and 1 for Northside Christian. Singletary behind center, gets the snap, gives to Williams, running right side, hit in the backfield, falling forward. He doesn't get there. Canterbury with the stop, blitzing forward, and they were able to get Williams in the backfield.
Yeah, on that play, the handoff didn't take place until about at least 5 or 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and I think on a 4th and 1, that's too far back.
And that was something that I saw last week as I was talking with head coach Mike Allstott last week. They were working with Singletary and Williams about setting Williams up not 6 yards deep, but 5 yards deep. That extra 3 feet, frankly, makes a lot of difference in where you receive the ball in the handoff and how far you can get. And right there, Williams may have been just a little bit too deep and didn't get the first down. Yep. And it's a turnover on downs for Northside Christian. So the Crusaders will take over in Mustang territory. 1st and 10 on the 49 and a full backfield here for Wiley, who gives the ball to Franklin rushing left side. And Franklin gets 2 yards. It's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that 4th down play almost had the look of a draw. It was so slow and delayed, and that's Yeah, I would assume that Allstott knows that that's not the way you want to execute a 4th and 1.
Very slow developing play. I mean, you had to rely very heavily upon your offensive linemen holding some of those bigger defensive linemen for Canterbury at bay while Williams got that ball. And maybe if he had another second or two, had an opportunity to bounce it to the outside and get the first down and some more, but instead was hit in the backfield and taken down. And now a player down on the field, it looks like, for Canterbury, as the trainers head out to take a look at him. And for Canterbury, this is Crosby Ellinger, who's standing up, and the trainer's taking a look at him. Nobody's down, just Ellinger, who looks like the officials are taking a look at his right hand or something, right at midfield, or maybe at his helmet. I'm not sure if they're examining the player or the equipment at this point.
Yeah, unfortunately, the player is blocking us from seeing a little bit about what they're doing.
But still, Canterbury gets a 2-yard run. It's 2nd and 8 with 10:50 left in the second quarter.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups, like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the PlayOn Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Crosby Ellinger still being looked at by the coaching staff and the training staff for, it's like both Northside Christian and Canterbury going out there and taking a look now. And once again, I'm not quite sure exactly what they're looking at.
Could there be a question about something on the helmet? Is there a mark on the helmet, perhaps, that's...
Well, I think they're looking at Ellinger because it looks to me like he's in a little bit of pain, kind of having his right arm looked at here.
Yeah.
Yes. So Ellinger, looks to me like Ellinger's in some pain right here. So the trainer taking a look at him. And that's a huge loss for this Canterbury school because Ellinger is one of the top receivers for this team. Coming into the game today, Ellinger with 7 receptions, that leads the team for 77 yards, no touchdowns.
Yeah, and they're definitely holding his hand, working his fingers and his joints on his hand. So,
yeah, Ellinger has 7 of the team's 17 receptions this season out of the wide receiving crew. So with 10:50 left in the second quarter, they're going to bring Ellinger to the near side here and continue to look at that right hand. But Canterbury with a 2nd and long, it's 9 yards. Maybe you're looking at a dislocated finger or something right there that the coaching staff is looking at. But here's the snap for Canterbury. Wiley given to the right side. Fawcett with the run, pushing himself forward, still on his feet and falling forward. A correction, that's P.J. Franklin. And Franklin falling forward to get about 6 yards, and it sets up 3rd and short, about 3rd and 2.
And I'm inclined to agree with Coach Bill Jones. The Crusaders are absolutely playing like a team that's, in the hunt for the championship. I mean, they're playing every play very hard, pushing piles. They're doing everything they possibly can, and they look really good right now.
Canterbury with a 3rd and short here, looking to continue the drive. Wiley comes out behind center, has Fawcett and Franklin in the backfield. Blitz looking from the right side. They give to Fawcett, who runs right into that blitz to the 40-yard line and then pushed back by the pile. Forward progress may get him the first down. Maybe just a little bit short. Looks like they needed to get to the 39 of Northside Christian. It's going to be 4th down, 4th and very short. And on this side, Earl, if you're head coach Bill Jones, do you go for it here up 10-0 with 9.5 minutes left in the second quarter? It's 4th and quite short. Your team has done a nice job moving the ball all game.
Yeah, I think you absolutely do go for it. It's the perfect field position to go for it because you're not going to net much on a punt in all likelihood unless you really nail it. It's too far for a field goal. Why not go for it? Your offense is doing well, and so is your defense.
2 backfield on 4th and 1 here, and Wiley's just going to keep it himself, running forward. Looks like he got the first down, and when your quarterback's 210 pounds, that's an easy play to run. A quick quarterback sneak up the middle. We'll wait for them to move the chains to see whether or not they did get the first down, and wait a minute here. Looks like Northside Christian may have stopped them. Let's see the way Northside Christian's celebrating. They may think that they have stopped them.
Well, surely they're going to measure it based on the look of the spot.
Number 40, Max Massengill, came off celebrating like the Mustangs got the stop. But instead, they're going to bring the chain gang out to take a look at this.
I think the nose of the ball is just going to reach here.
Let's see as they put him down and they line it up, and I'm waiting for something here. Looks like they came up just short.
Wow.
It's a turnover on downs. Canterbury comes up short by just a couple of inches, and Northside Christian has their third possession of the game as the defense for the Mustangs forces a turnover on downs. So back-to-back turnover on downs, one for the Mustangs and one for the Crusaders. And with 9:02 left in the first half, Canterbury turns it over. Northside Christian with a chance to chip into the deficit. It's 10-0. The Crusaders lead the Mustangs.
I wish we'd had the additional cameras like the
that would have been
college
a
crews.
good look at it.
Because all three officials huddled over it as if they weren't sure for a second.
Maybe for a moment there, they all flipped a coin together to try to figure it out, whether or not the snap had been enough.
A little one potato, two potato.
Singletary sets up in the gun here with Williams to his right. 4 wideouts for the senior quarterback, and he's going to keep it himself, dancing through a couple and falling forward back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe Singletary got a couple of inches. Sets up second and just about 10. 8:50 left in the first half. 10-0 lead for Canterbury or from Northside Christian, as we thank you for joining us here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com, alongside Earl McDonald. I'm Nick Grunowitz. We have Tyler Crane up in the camera's nest above us. Nick Flamia running the production behind us. We thank him for his time and quality work as he always turns in. It's second and long for Northside Christian. Mustangs still looking for their first win of the year. They come in 0-8 after a tough loss last week against Admiral Farragut. On the other side, 2-6 is Canterbury. Split backfield for Singletary, who's in the gun. And it's a low snap. Pitch forward to the right side. Hit in the backfield is the back being pulled down. There's a flag. And finally pulled down is the running back. That's Max Massengill, who we saw at the linebacker position, but he also was lined up on the left side of Singletary there. There is a flag down. And we'll see what the officials have to say. And a player is down for Northside Christian. Can't quite see who it is that's down on his back, but the coaching staff coming out to take a look at him. I'm still waiting for the officials to tell us what the call is on the flag as well. Thought that might have been a face mask on the tackle. And it is. Face mask on the tackle against the defense. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and it's going to set up first down for Northside Christian. But still, the concern is that a player is down for the Mustangs. And once again, not quite sure who it is. And he wasn't part of that initial pile. Kind of came down early before everyone ended up towards the far side there.
Right.
We'll talk a little bit about the penalty. Looked like when Massengill got hit eventually there, the first defender came right over the top and may have just gotten a piece of that face mask.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it was completely unnecessary. They had him wrapped up. There were several defenders there to get him if he'd gotten away from the first guy. And that's the reason they have that penalty is for safety issues, so players don't get hurt. But yeah, he did get a piece of it.
So with 8 minutes left in the second quarter, they're finally going to get the player up and off the field for Northside Christian. And unfortunately, it's a player who's not on my roster. I have a 53 and a 55, but I do not have another number 54. So a late addition to this race tonight, but don't know quite who it is. Hope that he's all right. And with 8 minutes left, we'll get started once again. It's going to be second and short, make it second and long, pardon, for Northside Christian. That last play, well, it's going to be first down, pardon, after the penalty. They'll move it up 15 yards, and they have, to the 40-yard line. That was the best play of the game for Northside Christian. It's the most positive yardage they've picked up so far. The offense has scuffled just a little bit as Singletary sets up first and 10 on the 40-yard line of the Mustangs. Williams 5 yards deep. And Singletary staring into the defense, gets the snap, flips on the end around. This is Tristan Lewis trying to pick up a block. Doesn't get one, and he's hit hard in the backfield. This is going to go for a large loss. There's the fumble. The ball is down, and it's picked up by Canterbury. But I believe Lewis was down on that play.
I believe he was, and I believe the official thinks he was too, more importantly.
Play's
than what I think.
going to go for a loss of 5 and set up second and about 15.
And for those of you that were watching that play that didn't see the number, once again, that was Wiley, who, while being blocked, was able to shift his feet and get a hand on the runner to slow him down and eventually lead to the tackle.
Head coach Bill Jones told us that he was not one of the best ball players on the team. That was the honor that he bestowed to P.J. Franklin, probably being his best football player, but one of the biggest contributors all season, not only that quarterback position, but as an outside linebacker.
Yeah.
So second and now 15. Williams dots the I, and now a timeout called. Northside Christian and head coach Mike Allstott, they want to talk things over. So on second and 15, 6:42 left in the first half, Mike Allstott is going to call his offense over and try to figure out what they want to do on this second down play. I do believe it is second down. They're showing third down on the sticks and on the scoreboard, but I believe it's second down. But we'll have to figure that out in just a moment. But, Earl, if you're Northside Christian, it's either second or third long. We'll assume it's second down because I think the scoreboard has this wrong. What do you do on this next play? Somehow they need to go to the air, don't they?
I think they absolutely do. Earlier on their first possession, they did attempt about a 20-yard in the air pass play, and all they did was miss it by a couple of feet. That can happen to, Dan Marino. So there's no reason why they shouldn't try going back to the air a little bit. I understand if you want to play a conservative offense, but at some point you've got to pass it a little bit so that all 11 defenders don't key on the run. And I think, a play action here might be a great opportunity for them.
So Mike Allstott sends his offense back out onto the field after the timeout. Scoreboard still telling us it's third and long at about 15 yards, so I still think it's second down. Only one play's been made since that personal foul face mask penalty. And behind center is Singletary. Play action here. Wiley coming in unblocked, and Singletary's going to jump and throw right side. It's through the hands of Williams and incomplete. Singletary hit on the play hard by his opposing quarterback, Wiley, who's also lined up as a defensive back. And now heading to the sideline is Northside Christian. They're saying it's fourth down. I still think it's only third down. Referee's saying it's fourth down. Northside Christian got shorted it down there.
I think they may
I'm convinced of it. Fourth down and 15 and a punt coming for Northside Christian. Brian Grace will kick this ball away, and P.J. Franklin waits back. 10-0 lead for Canterbury, 6:34 left in the first half. Grace, with the wind to his back, will kick from inside his own 25-yard line. A high snap. Kick is off, end over end. It's going to bounce and roll its way very nicely up the far sideline inside of the 15 to the 11-yard line of Canterbury. That was a very nice punt for Brian Grace.
Yeah, by punting it away from the gentleman lined up to receive it.
P.J. Franklin was waiting for it.
Yeah, by punting it away from Franklin, and he got a nice bounce, the ball just kept right on rolling, and there was nothing anybody could do to stop it until it eventually stopped from lack of energy at the 10-yard line.
So Canterbury will get their fourth possession of the game. A touchdown, 20-yard catch by Fawcett. A field goal, 46 yards by Wiley. And then a turnover on downs. The outcomes tonight for Canterbury. On the other side, Northside Christian, 4 possessions of just about nothing, frankly. All punts or turnovers on downs.
Yeah, 2 punts, 2 turnovers on downs. And 2 key dropped passes by the receivers. Singletary has hit 2 of his guys. They just dropped the ball.
And make this the 5th possession. Of course, there being a punt in there for Canterbury and the turnover on downs. The 5th possession for Canterbury. They'll set up 1st and 10 deep inside their own territory. They'll mark it at the 13-yard line of the Crusaders. And Wiley ready to come back out, number 56. And they'll huddle things up. But Earl, this Canterbury team, though scuffled at times on offense, they've turned in some very quality drives.
They absolutely have, and they certainly don't look to me like a 2-6 team.
Here's the snap and a run right side into a hole, and taken down after a short gain is the back. That's Fawcett. He gets to the 15. It's a 2-yard gain and sets up 2nd and 8. So once again, Canterbury sticking with the run. And they've stayed true to that run just about all game. They've worked off well with high percentage passes, but it's been a lot of P.J. Franklin and a lot of Fawcett.
Yep, and it's working beautifully. Both those running backs and the short passing game are all working. They really haven't had any trouble with any of the plays.
Really, both of these teams, methodical, slow-moving offenses, not a lot of run and gun. They're going to stay to that power I, as Canterbury is here. The snap, give to Franklin, left side around, hit at the line, tripped up and taken down after a short gain, maybe 1 yard. Sets up 3rd and long. Yeah, Franklin got maybe 1 yard. 5:27 left in the first half. 10-0 lead for Canterbury. Mustangs moving from left to right across your screen. And Northside Christian looking for a stop on 3rd down here.
Yeah.
Might move some momentum back into the favor of the Mustangs. Down 10-0 here.
And 3rd and long is a good opportunity for them to get it. A lot of the Crusaders' drives haven't had 3rd and longs. So.
And Wiley set up behind center. Another straight eye. Franklin dots it with 2 wide receivers. 3rd and 8. And here's the snap. Play action. Flip forward through the hands of Franklin. He fumbled the ball. It's down. But they're going to say that's incomplete. As at the last minute, it was kind of a flip forward. I'm not sure that constituted as a forward pass from the hands of Wiley. I thought that was more of a little shovel pass and should have been a live ball. But instead, it's going to be 4th and long, and now a punt coming for Canterbury.
I couldn't agree more, Nick. It was clearly a shovel pass. It did go forward. It certainly traveled forward, in the air, but it was definitely a shovel pass and should have been ruled a live ball, I think.
I thought that the ball had to get above the shoulder for it to be constituted as a pass, and looked like a bit of a forward shovel pass, frankly, and now a timeout called by Canterbury on 4th down and long with 4:49 left in the first half. Once again, it's 10-0 Canterbury.
PlayOn Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at PlayOn Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
And we do thank you for joining us here on PlayOnSports.com. Once again, Nick Grunowitz here. I'm joined by my partner, Earl McDonald. It's been about 6 weeks since Earl and I have gotten a chance to call a game together, reunited, and feels so good. We have Nick Flamia working the production for us tonight, and we thank Nick for all of his services. Great job from Nick tonight. Tyler Crane, the legendary Tyler, is up in the camera's nest tonight getting the work in. So we're taking in a fine match here in St. Petersburg between Canterbury hosting Northside Christian. It's 4th and long and a punt coming for Canterbury. It'll be Wiley to punt it away. And Tristan Lewis waits back. A high snap and a wobbly kick. Not a good one. Very short. It's going to bounce. And then the English will be in the favor of Northside Christian. It's going to start the Mustangs off inside of the 35-yard line of the Crusaders with 4:40 left in the first half. A 10-0 deficit for Northside Christian, and a chance here to chip into it.
Absolutely. This is by far their best field position of the night. They've got a little momentum maybe after that defensive stop. And really, the 2 scoring opportunities for the Crusaders came on their first 2 possessions. So now for 3 straight possessions, Northside has held them. Let's see what they can do.
And Singletary set up behind center and offset high. Williams is the deep back. Here's the snap. Williams will run it. Left side finds a hole inside of the 30 to the 25. Sheds that tackler looking for the sideline and pushed out of bounds at the 15-yard line of Canterbury. Big run there for Williams of about 18 yards. And it's 1st and 10 for Northside Christian.
Yep, I believe that that run supplants the 15-yard penalty as their best offensive play so far.
It does. 18 yards there. A very nice run for Williams. He was tied up for a moment there, but was able to lose the defender and come to the near sideline. It's 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line of the Mustangs, but a flag was down. I didn't see the flag, but a flag was down. It's going to go against Northside Christian. So take away that being the largest play of the game for the Mustangs. Instead, it's going to come back for about 10 yards. It was a holding penalty. I didn't see it.
I didn't see the penalty or the flag. I just saw the referee make the call later.
And now the referees are talking back and forth. Let's see where they put this ball. like it was a spot penalty. So they're going to move this ball all the way back to the 30-yard line. A hold against the offense. They didn't move the ball. They moved it. It's at the 30-yard line now. It's 1st and 10. Singletary set up behind center. I missed it. I apologize. Williams the deep back again. And here's the snap. Blitz coming and a rollout. Singletary looking. Hit as he throws down the middle of the field. That ball is almost picked off and through the hands of the safety out there for Canterbury, number 14, Hunter Cola. Cola was right out there, had it over his head, was able to just had it on his fingertips, but couldn't quite haul it in.
Yeah, Singletary, I think, kind of forced that one a little bit. He was under a lot of pressure, and threw a ball I think he'd like to have back on that one. But fortunately for him, the Canterbury can't catch the ball any better than his receivers can, and it was dropped. So,
and frankly, the last 2 weeks, I haven't seen a lot of that from Singletary, and you have to give him a lot of credit for that. When your team is 0-8, you want to try to make a lot happen, and you have that tendency to try to force things.
Yep, and he's made several good throws.
On 2nd and 10, they'll give it to Williams, bouncing to the outside. He's eaten up and taken down in the backfield for a loss of about 4 yards. And, well, guess who was in on that one? Once again, it was Wiley, who was able to initially tie up the runner.
Can I get Wiley's numbers on my fantasy team this week?
He's putting up some nice numbers defensively tonight. At the quarterback position as well, just 2 incompletions. 3:47 left in the first half. 10-0 lead for Canterbury. And it's 3rd and about 13 for Northside Christian, and a timeout called by head coach Mike Allstott and Earl. Northside Christian needs to find a way to somehow move the ball consistently in this game, or else they can say goodnight here at the end of the first half.
Yeah, I mean, it's only a 10-point game, but it feels like it's a 20 or 25-point game because Northside just can't move the ball. I mean, again, we were discussing their best offensive play was a 15-yard penalty, and in this case, they had an 18-yard run, but it came back on a penalty.
Penalties have really hurt this Northside Christian team, not just this week, but last week as well. The holding penalties have taken back a couple of nice plays.
Yeah, and you know, right here, they've got the ball. They're inside the 35-yard line. They've got to get some points, I think, to have some momentum for the second half.
Maybe just try to get yourself in as far as you can to set up a field goal for Brian Grace, because at this point, come away with something. It's a 10-point game, not one possession. You get the field goal, you come out, and let's not forget Northside Christian gets the ball to start the second half as well. So they can set themselves up to get themselves within a touchdown at the end of one half and then come right out the third quarter and have a chance to tie the game.
Yep.
As Singletary comes out with an offset eye, it's 3rd and long, 13 or 14 yards for Northside Christian. 3-step drop, lob near sideline. This is for Lewis, and it's incomplete. Overthrown, and right there, Singletary just missing his guy. Lewis was wide open for a moment there, but he put a lot under it and just missed his receiver.
Yeah, I think the ball ended up landing maybe a yard out of bounds. He just missed him. There's not any wind, unfortunately, for us to try and credit with that slightly errant pass. But like I say, many of his balls have been good. Every time he throws a good ball, it gets dropped. And if he throws a bad ball, he misses by about a yard and a half.
From here, it's about 42, 43-yard attempt, maybe a little bit more, 47, 48-yard attempt, pardon, for Brian Grace. And now a timeout called. Yeah. Mike Allstott calling the timeout. That's his last of the first half, has no more left with 3:33 left in the first half. Once again, 10-0 Canterbury. And Earl, it looks to me like Northside Christian's going to try to go for it here on 4th and very long.
Yeah, it's a very tough field goal at that point. Especially at the high school level. You know, it is long yardage, but, you know, this is the best field position you've had. Why not give it a shot at this point?
And, well, like I mentioned in the opening and throughout the game, this is a matchup of two 2A District 5 teams, and both of them near the bottom of the standings. Canterbury 7th in the league. They're 2-5 in district play, and Northside Christian 0-7, of course, 0-8 overall on the year, but 3 of the top 10 teams, well, pardon, all the teams in action tonight, but 3 of the top 10 teams, of the 3 top teams, 2 of them on the road. Carrollwood Day, who we saw last week, at Calvary Christian, Admiral Farragut at Cambridge Christian, and Shorecrest Prep at Indian Rocks Christian. Those three teams, Carrollwood, Admiral Farragut, and Indian Rocks, top 3 in the league. On 4th and 13, Lewis in motion. They give to Lewis, rushing right side. He's going to throw this ball, looking for Singletary, near side. He caught it, spins off a defender, coming to the near side, inside the 10, 1 to beat, leaping for the end zone. That's a touchdown. What a play. Tristan Lewis on the end around, halfback toss to the near side. Singletary with a 30-yard touchdown catch, and it's 10-6. Canterbury still with the lead, but Northside Christian thrillingly chips into it.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable play. A great play, a great timing on that call. Very aggressive call. Kudos to the coaching staff. The players executed it really well. The quarterback, after he handed it off, sort of jogged out there, got open, nice and quiet, and then made the catch and then made everything happen afterwards.
Brian Grace to kick in the extra point here. It's 10-6. Kick is up. It is blocked right at the line and no good. 10-6. The score will remain after that 30-yard touchdown catch with 3:20 left in the first half. And Canterbury getting set to get the ball to try to answer after that thrilling touchdown. We'll come back when play resumes here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.
Sakai Singletary with a 30-yard touchdown catch, the starting quarterback for Northside Christian on an end-around halfback toss for the Mustangs, and just like that, we have a ball game here in St. Petersburg. It's 10-6, Canterbury leads, and now the Crusaders set to return the kick from Grace, who kicks it short. It's received and taken to the outside, ball still live, and across midfield goes the returner for Canterbury. That's Michael Ho, who takes it in to Northside Christian territory. 5'9" sophomore with the return as an up back. And with 3:12 left, Canterbury still with some time to extend their lead in this first half.
Yeah, it looked like the Mustangs might have tried to make that a squib kick that maybe just stayed, it hung in the air a little too long, and a player with decent speed was able to pick it up and get a decent return out of it. Now they're going to start on the plus side of the 50.
Well, we saw a lot of that from Northside Christian last week. Brian Grace, more of a squib kicker on this team, and left it, I think, just a little bit too high. It was a line drive right to Ho. And in the gun, here is the quarterback who gets the snap. He's going to run it right side. This is Franklin who got the handoff, and he's taken down for a loss of 3. Wiley behind center, gave it to Franklin. And Franklin couldn't find the end, couldn't turn upfield. It's a 2-yard loss, ball at midfield. It's 2nd and 12.
Yeah, a very rare play for a loss for Canterbury. And it looks like the Northside defense playing a little inspired ball after that touchdown.
2:47 left in the first half, 10-6 Canterbury. Wiley in the gun here. Make that set up in the gun, yes. Gives the ball to Fawcett, going wide. Looking for a hole. Gets a step, falling forward, taken out at the sideline, and it's a short gain for Fawcett. He gets 2, maybe 3. He got 3, sets up 3rd and about 7. And a flag is down. It's a hold against the offense.
Yeah, it definitely feels like there's been a momentum shift here.
After that last play, yes, Northside Christian has got a little bit of swagger about them. We'll see how Canterbury can answer here after that hold. Will move the ball back.
I think they declined it, Nick. I think they want 3rd and long.
They did decline it. So head coach Mike Allstock declining the penalty. It's going to be 3rd and 12.
I guess he's putting it to his defense to stop him here on 3rd and 12.
Wiley sets up in the gun. with a back to his left and 3 wide receivers. The snap, rolling right side is Wiley under fire. Stiff arms the defender, looking down, heaves it near side, off the hands, and incomplete of the intended wide receiver. We're looking for Hunter Cola. Instead, it's incomplete. In the vicinity, Adian Anderson to break that one up, and it's 4th and long, and Canterbury most likely going to have to punt this ball away. We'll see what the call is. Looks like Wiley's going to come over and punt this ball.
Well, I mean, of course he is.
Of course, why not? He does everything else for this team. He's having a very good game, the senior. Georgia Tech looking at him as a kicker. He's going to punt this one up, and it's a very nice kick to the far side. Over to return is Crimity, and it gets out the far sideline. So Northside Christian with the ball and with a chance to take the lead, down 10-6. Just a 4-point game with 1:55 left in the second quarter. And Earl, you mentioned a couple of times momentum has definitely swung in favor of the Mustangs.
Yeah, it certainly seems to. The Crusaders haven't scored since their second possession of the game, and that one they were held to a field goal. They scored the touchdown their first possession. Ever since then, Northside's defense has held them to either turnover on downs or a punt on every single possession since then. And on their last possession, they finally were able to get the ball into the end zone for a touchdown. Granted, it took a little bit of a trick play, but they still got it in, and then they came right out and stopped them again, even though they had great field position.
Singletary sets up behind center for Northside Christian, a back 5 yards deep, and they give it to that back, bouncing to the outside, hitting the backfield, unable to shrug out the defenders, is the back who's taken down quickly. Looks like Williams. It was not. Getting the carry there, Fiante Bell, the backup running back. Took a loss of 3, sets up 2nd and 13. A minute 34 left in the first half. 10-6 Canterbury.
Yeah, based on the track record, I would say Alstott and Northside are going to just run the ball and eat the clock out and take it to the half.
I'd take one shot down the field here. Why not?
I would, because at that point you'd have the lead, you'd be getting the ball in the second half, and the Crusaders would probably feel very deflated.
Not only that, I run the same play I did for the touchdown. See if you can fool them a second time.
Why not?
Bell 5 yards deep on 2nd and 13. Lewis in motion left to right. And here's the snap. Quick throw, right side, ball caught. Upfield goes the receiver, cut to the outside. This is Crimity trying to shrug the defender, and he does. Coming back to the near side, looking for a block. He's tied up, and Crimity taken down. Back at the original line of scrimmage, got 3 yards. Maybe cost himself 1 or 2 there by cutting back upfield. We're under a minute left in the first half. It's 3rd and 10 for Northside Christian. 40 seconds left. A 10-6 lead for Canterbury, but Northside Christian with a very nice trick play to get a 30-yard touchdown pass from Tristan Lewis to Sakai Singletary. 25 seconds left in the first half. 10-6 once again the score. Canterbury with the lead. Maybe time for one more play left in this half. And I say this is definitely where you take a shot.
I would. Run another trick play of some kind.
10 seconds left. Behind center, Singletary, Williams 5 yards deep. Here's the snap. Give to Williams, right side, and he's hit immediately at the line. And the clock is going to expire. Well, so that's going to end the first half of play with Canterbury leading Northside Christian by a score of 10-6. We'll be back in a few moments with the PlayOnSports.com halftime show. Don't go anywhere. It's Friday Night Football on PlayOn Sports, your destination for high school sports.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.
can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
We
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
We can Didn't get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Alright, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this. You're watching PlayOnSports.com's presentation of Friday Night Football live from St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm Nick Renowitz with Earl McDonald, and after one half of football, Canterbury leads Northside Christian by a score of 10-6 as we get set for the second half of play to get started. And Earl, just to wrap up the first half a little bit, we have a 10-6 score, and really Northside Christian only 4 points away due to a very nice trick play on that halfback toss.
That's right. They'd gotten the ball late in the first half with good field position, and they moved it a little bit, but we're still having trouble with their offense. And then from 30 yards out on fourth down, they ran a trick play and were able to punch it all the way into the end zone. And that has seemed to shift momentum a little bit. The first 2 possessions of the game were all CSF. They ran the ball beautifully, passed the ball beautifully, got a touchdown, then they picked up a field goal. But ever since then, Northside's defense has held them. And then getting that late touchdown, making it certainly a one-possession game and 4 points away. Now they're getting the ball to start the second half. This game could get a little bit more interesting here in the second half.
You mentioned Northside is going to receive. They won the toss before the start of the game. They deferred. Canterbury got the ball to start the game, and on their opening drive, got a touchdown. It was Wiley who threw the ball to Fawcett for a 20-yard touchdown. After that, there was a field goal from Canterbury, a 46-yarder that Wiley made. The only score of the game, of course, for Northside Christian was that 30-yard touchdown catch for Singletary on the halfback toss. As Wiley boots this one away, it's a short kick near side. Lewis at the 15 at the left hash. It's going to cut upfield. Now reverse back to the far side, beats a man, looking to turn upfield, and he does. Trying to find a block, and he's pulled down just past the 30-yard line by Fawcett. And it's going to be some very good field position for Northside Christian. Lewis, very nice returner, took some time, let his blocks get set up, and was able to reverse field and pick up some extra yardage. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the 32-yard line of the Mustangs to start off the second half.
And really for the Northside Mustangs, any extra yardage they can get on special teams is going to be helpful because their offense has had tremendous difficulty getting going. So if they can put together a drive here, that would be very big for them.
Singletary starts up behind center. Williams the deep back with 2 wide receivers. Here's the snap. Williams, he'll run the ball, scampers between a couple of defenders and puts his head down. Gets to the 35-yard line, 3-yard run. It's 2nd and 7 for Northside Christian. And once again, our head coach Mike Allstott in his first year with Northside Christian, staying very dedicated to the run game.
Yeah, very dedicated to the run game, particularly the run up the middle. Unfortunately, that play, like that fourth down, they tried to convert but missed. That play was slow to develop. It looked like it was a 7-yard run, but it was really only a 3 or 4-yard run.
Offset eye to the left for Singletary behind center. 2nd and 7. Williams the deep back. Here's the snap. Williams again on a slow developing run. He's whacked at the line of scrimmage and stopped, able to fall forward to maybe get another yard or 2. Looks like no gain, maybe a yard. They'll move it a yard. Sets up 3rd and 6. Once again, another slow developing run. Key to success for Northside Christian is going to be to have to quicken up that pace to try to get the ball in the Williams' hands earlier.
Yeah, and it seems to me, I mean, again, this is the first time I have seen Northside Christian, but it seems to me that that's something that they should be working on in practice so that they can get these snaps off quicker and get the run plays developing a little bit quicker. They might have a lot more success because they might be in 3rd and 2 instead of 3rd and 6.
They'll set up Singletary behind center once again. Bell checks in as the deep back. 3rd and 6. Here's the snap. Play action. Singletary rolling right. Steps up, throws down the far sideline. Ball caught across midfield and pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line is the wide receiver. That's Max Messengill with the catch, number 40. And it's a first down for Northside Christian. Messengill hit hard out the far sideline, and he's slow to get up. A player down at that far side. It's not Messengill. It's a player for Canterbury. Once again, I can't see who it is. They're going to spot this ball at the 44-yard line of Canterbury. It'll be a first down for Northside Christian. But right there, they got Singletary outside of the tackle boxes. He hasn't been bad outside of the tackle box this game. He's had his feet moving.
Yeah, whenever he's been able to roll out, he's looked a lot better. And, again, one of the problems they had in the first half was several dropped balls. I mean, balls hitting guys right between the numbers that they just couldn't come up with the catches on. That one, he made another good throw, but it was caught, which makes all the difference in the world. Now they got the first down. They got the ball moving. They're in plus territory, and now we'll see what they can do.
Players still down for the Crusaders with 10:16 left in the third quarter. 10-6 lead for Canterbury over Northside Christian. This is the opening drive of the second half. Northside Christian trailed 10-6 at the end of one half, and they get the ball to start off the second half here. And Northside Christian was just starting to get some momentum as that first half ended. Frankly, I'd have to think that head coach Mike Allstott was sorry to see the first half end because his team was starting to get a little bit of that momentum and get a rhythm.
Yeah, their defense was looking great after the second possession by the Crusaders, and their offense was starting to find some plays. They hadn't really put them together into the form of a drive yet. Again, they did get that score late in the half, but that was with great field position. Right now, it looks like they're maybe starting to put together a drive. I mean, they got the ball at the 30. Now they're at their opponent's 44, so maybe they can put something together here and completely change the look of this game.
Michael Ho, the player, being helped off the field, not putting any weight on that left leg as the training staff gets him off to the near sideline, and we'll start play once again. It's 1st and 10 for Northside Christian after that last pass was complete to Messengill. Ball on the 44-yard line of Canterbury. And Singletary sets up behind center with an offset eye. Bell the deep back. Make that Williams rolling out left side, keeping it is Singletary. Bouncing to the outside to get a couple extra yards, and he'll tiptoe his way out the near sideline after being tripped up right at the 40-yard line. The stop made by Fawcett, number 32. 4-yard carry sets up 2nd and 6.
And again, that was, Singletary outside the tackle box, that time himself, which worked just fine. Like to see him keep working with Singletary and getting him outside of that tackle box, whether it's, bootlegs, rolls, whatever they need to do.
I think Singletary may be a little bit more comfortable on the run because he's not the tallest guy out there, having to see over some of those larger offensive and defensive linemen.
Absolutely.
Straight eye, Williams the deep back. 2nd and about 6. Play action. Singletary going to throw over the head of the intended wide receiver. That one's incomplete. Going to drop between two different guys, but Kyle Schlotterer, the guy he was looking for, sets up 3rd and just about 6 yards. Northside Christian needs to get inside of the 35 to the 34-yard line, and they're set up at the 40, 10-6 lead for Canterbury. First drive of the second half. As we do, thank you for joining us here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Alongside Earl McDonald, I'm Nick Renowitz. Another beautiful night here in the Sunshine State for Friday Night Football. Offset eye, Bell the deep back. Here's the snap, give to Bell, bouncing to the left side, going wide, gets a step to the 35, hit, fumbled the football, and falling on it is Canterbury.
Guess who?
Of course, Wiley falls on top of it. At the 40-yard line, it's Canterbury's football. Oh, wait a minute here. The officials, looked to me like the officials said, yes, it's Canterbury's ball. Yes, it is. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the offense for the Crusaders. Wiley able to fall on that one. So he has a touchdown pass. He has a couple of tackles in the backfield for losses.
He has a field goal kick.
Has a field goal, as well as a picked up fumble as Wiley sets up in the gun here with 2 in the backfield. Has Franklin off to his left side. This is that diversion motion set, and the give is to Fawcett going wide to the left side across the 40, puts his head down and runs his way another 8 or 9 yards past the 45 to the 46. It's a 6-yard carry. Make it 6 yards, we'll say. 6-yard carry. No, 7. It's going to be 2nd and 3. We're under 9 minutes left in the third quarter. 10-6 lead for Canterbury as the Crusaders look to extend the lead. Wiley able to fall on that ball and get possession back for the Crusaders, who move from left to right here in blue jerseys and white pants and blue helmets. Wiley in the gun, an empty backfield. Here's the snap in motion. Franklin, he gets the hand going wide to the near side, cuts upfield, splits 2 defenders, falls forward. Looks like he's right in line with that first down marker at the 49.
Yeah, and Fawcett, he seems to have great instincts for whether to cut inside of a block or to bounce outside of it. And there he had a defender coming in who was being blocked, and his instinct was perfect. He cut back inside of it, and he got just enough for the first down. Great play.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Canterbury. The clock will continue to run. 8-minute mark in the third quarter. 10-6 lead for Canterbury.
Nick, do you suppose that Wiley is playing with some sort of crystal ball so that on defense he knows where the play is going to end and he just goes there?
I don't think so. Maybe not. Maybe so. Franklin sets up as the deep back on this play. Fawcett the up back. Pitch left side. Franklin gets a block. Looking for midfield. Spins off 1 defender and gets a yard right to midfield. It's 2nd and 9. Northside Christian's defense read that one very quickly, holding Franklin to just a yard. Remember, Franklin came in as the top runner in Pinellas County, averaging over 100 yards a game. Talked with head coach Bill Jones. He was very proud of his senior tailback. Once again, came in averaging 107 yards per game, has 3 touchdowns this season as well. 2nd and 9, Fawcett in the gun in this diversion set. Fawcett around the back instead to give to Franklin, running right, hitting the backfield. And here comes the rest of the gang to take him down. They'll mark him with forward progress at the 45. It's a 4-yard loss for Canterbury, and it sets up 3rd and 15. Make it 14.
Yeah, I think Northside had watched the run left, run right, run left routine just about enough, and they sniffed that one out.
Worked on the first 3 drives quite simply.
Yep.
And Northside Christian, they're starting to blitz that linebacking core a little bit more as well, which they were much more successful with against Admiral Farragut as well last week, but they had to continue to drop guys to try to cover in the secondary. 3rd and 14, the snap. Play action. Wiley, quick toss left side, ball caught.
Got blockers.
Across midfield, has some room. Inside of the 45, diving forward. Did he get the first down? It's going to be close. Catch made by Crosby Ellinger, who's come back from injury. Was having a problem with the fingers on his right hand. But Ellinger with the catch there. And it's going to be 4th down, 4th and short, says the head official. Once again, another question for Bill Jones. Do you go for it here?
I think they will. Again, they're in great field position, only about a yard different from the last time they went for it. They're at about the 42 here. The last time they were about 41. You gain nothing really by punting. You're only going to probably net 10 or 20 yards tops. Too far for a field goal, go for it.
Last time we saw Wiley sneaking himself on 4th and 1. And Canterbury set motion on the line on the left side for the defense, and that's going to give a first down to the Crusaders. Just on that left side, a quick motion early. Steven Sullivan, the defensive lineman, just flinched a moment early trying to get to the quarterback. And it's going to be 1st and 10. And a timeout called by the officials on the field with 5:27 left in the third quarter. It's a 10-6 lead for the Crusaders over the Mustangs. And we'll come back when play resumes here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this. After the false start on the defense, it's 1st and 10 for Canterbury and a run for Franklin to the right side. Ball was inside of the 40-yard line of the Mustangs. They'll move it 5 more yards on the carry and set up 2nd and 5 as we welcome you back into the broadcast. Alongside Earl McDonald, I'm Nick Renowitz. We thank you for joining us here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Canterbury with a 10-6 lead here in St. Petersburg, and it's 2nd and 5 for Canterbury. And coming back out, Wiley with Franklin to his left and 3 wide receivers. Franklin's going to get the snap on a Wildcat. He's going to run right side. Doesn't get much. Got to the 30-yard line. 2 yards maybe. It's going to set up 3rd down and about 2. They set up Wiley to the right of Franklin, make it look like he was going to get the snap. Instead, Franklin took it. And there was really no advantage on that play. Franklin couldn't find a hole. So it's 3rd down for Canterbury.
Yeah, I think Canterbury's going to have to remember that about for every 3 runs or so, they need to run a play action to keep that Northside defense honest, because if they keep running it, Northside eventually starts sniffing it out and shutting it down.
I agree. It's a full blitz. There's about 7 or 8 guys in the box on every play right now from Northside Christian. And another run to Franklin, this time to the left side, picks up a hole, sheds a defender, and is finally hammered down on the outside, but he picks up the 1st down and more. Stop made by Fiante Bell in the secondary out there for Northside Christian, but it's a 1st down once again for the Crusaders. 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line of the Mustangs. 3:49 left in the third quarter. 10-6 Canterbury leads. Canterbury looking for their 3rd win of the year. Crusaders are 2-6. Northside Christian looking for their 1st of the year, 0-8. Franklin the deep back, play action. Throw to the near sideline. Ball caught inside the 20, inside the 15, tiptoeing Fawcett to the end zone. That's a touchdown. Fawcett put his head down and dove right into the end zone for his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game, and it's 16-6. Canterbury leads Northside Christian. I haven't seen a touchdown signal yet from the referee on the near side. Wait a minute now. Referees are going to convene and talk here at the near side, but I haven't seen a touchdown call yet. Looked to me like Fawcett caught it easily, but it's whether or not he may have stayed in bounds. Looks like a touchdown. No, there's a flag down. It'll be interesting to see what the call is here from the head official. Have not seen the touchdown call yet. But it's something that's going to go against the offense. With 3:21 left, this might negate the touchdown. And Earl, regardless of the penalty, that was a nice play.
It was.
By Fawcett. This is going to negate the touchdown. They're going to bring the ball back.
It was exactly what we talked about, is that they've got to mix in some play-action passes with all those runs, and they mixed in the play-action pass. It worked beautifully, and it looked like for a second that it was a touchdown, but apparently I think that what happened there was the official ruled that the ball carrier may have stepped on the line, and the penalty might be an unsportsmanlike if they argued the call after the fact. I'm not sure.
It's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the coach against Canterbury for arguing the call. It negates the touchdown. A timeout is used by head coach Bill Jones to talk with the referee on the near side here, but regardless, that negates a 35, make it a 25-yard touchdown pass from Wiley to Fawcett. It would have been the 2nd touchdown on that hookup there from Wiley to Fawcett. The last one was for 20 yards. This one would have been for 25 yards, but instead it's wiped off. The ball was going to be placed at the 16-yard line, so it's going to be a spot penalty or something to that fact. The ball's going to be marked down at the 16, right where Fawcett caught it.
Yeah, I believe the official ruled that he might have stepped on the line.
Okay.
And so I think it's that ended the play, and then the 15 yards will bring it back from there.
See, they never indicated that he stepped out of bounds there. There was no official on the near sideline to see that anyway. It's a very tough call. It looked to me like Fawcett tiptoed it just fine. We don't have the luxury of replay here, but regardless, it looked to me like Fawcett stayed right in and then lowered his head right at the goal line and was able to force himself in for a touchdown. But it's 10-6. It'll be a first down for Northside, for Canterbury. And it's going to be first and goal is what it is. No, it's going to be first and 10 on the 16-yard line with 3:21 left in the third quarter. The Crusaders leading the Mustangs by 4, 10-6, Canterbury over Northside Christian. And a stop here for Northside Christian would be paramount. Once again, they're only 4 points away from tying this game, 5 away from picking up their first win of the year, and the first win under the watchful eye of first-year head coach Mike Allstott.
Yep, and on the other side of the coin, of course, Coach Jones wants his team to win a second game in a row and start building some momentum to finish the season very strong.
It is. It's first and goal is what it is on the 16-yard line. So it's a 15-yard penalty from the 1. They marked him out at the 1-yard line. So finally we've been able to gather this from deductive reasoning. And back out comes Wiley with Franklin in the backfield. And here's the snap. Pitch to Franklin. Looking left, going wide. Trying to turn the corner, and he does. A flag down. Franklin gets near the 10. But a flag is down at the far side. This is in the area of holding. I would expect for this one to come back. 3:14 left in the third quarter. It's a hold, and it goes against the offense.
What a strange turn of events. It looked to us like as far as we could tell, there was no reason not to question that it was a touchdown pass. And now all of us, yeah, it certainly did from here as well. And again, we're fairly far away, but it looked like a clean run into the end zone without him stepping out.
Yeah, I'm closer to the sideline than any official down there was. I had the best look at it of anybody, frankly, and I'm a little disappointed that call was made because the official that was at the near sideline here had moved off the sideline on the catch. Didn't have a good angle at it. 3-minute mark in the third quarter. 10-6 Canterbury over Northside Christian. And Wiley on first and goal from the 20-yard line gets the snap. 3-step drop. Throw down the middle of the field. This one's incomplete. And over the head intended for Draquan Lumpkin. Ball is on the 20-yard line. Second and goal from the 25, pardon. It's a tough second and goal, probably one of the toughest you'll see to try to convert.
Yeah, this is going to be quite a challenge.
And from here, it's just about a 42-yard field goal from the 25. 2:49 left in the third quarter. Wiley in the gun. Here's the snap. 3-step drop. Still dropping back. Under fire. Good block to the near side. On the run. Throws a bullet. Sliding catch made inside of the 15-yard line by Crosby Ellinger. It'll set up third down and goal near the 15 for Canterbury. They'll mark it at the 17-yard line.
And Wiley made a nice save on that play, and it certainly easily could have been a sack. A lot of quarterbacks would have thrown it away, but he kept his cool, rolled right after the play broke down, and found a receiver that came back for him, made the pass, and picked up about 10 yards, and will make the field goal possible or the third down conversion here.
One of the largest quarterbacks I've seen all season.
Widest, at least.
Pair in the backfield, Franklin and Fawcett. 3-step drop on third and goal. And tied up and pulled down in the backfield is Wiley. Taken down by Aaron Petrosoli. It's going to be fourth and goal and most likely a field goal coming. They'll mark this ball at the 23-yard line. So from here, it's about a 40-yarder. With the wind listing to the back of the kicker. We'll see where the spot comes from. 1:33 left in the third quarter. Looks to me like it's going to be a pretty easy decision for Bill Jones. It will be a 39-yard kick for Wiley, who definitely has the leg for this. Hit a 46-yarder earlier today. Snap back. Kick is low and off the back of his lineman. Ball is loose. Wiley able to fall on top of it. And the kick, obviously not good there. 1:10 left in the third quarter. 10-6 Canterbury with the lead. But Wiley there looked a little just off rhythm kicking that ball. The snap was not good. I think Wiley took a step in and then was off rhythm all the way there.
Yeah, the snap was actually terrible. The holder made a great play to save it from being a wild snap and rolling back to midfield. But by the time he had turned his body all the way around to his right and brought the ball back to his left, it had completely ruined the rhythm of Wiley for the kick. So that was, I don't think there was any way that was going to go through.
Well, Northside Christian with the ball and a chance to take the lead here with 1:10 left in the third quarter. And Singletary in the gun with 4 wide receivers. 1st and 10 in motion. Goes the back from left to right. And here's the snap. Free blitz. Singletary dumps it off to Williams. He cuts upfield to the near side, gets around a defender, and falls forward for a gain of maybe 1 or 2. It's going to set up 2nd and about 8. Williams with a nice catch there. Once again, we saw Patrick McGarry move in the backfield prior to the snap to move a man to that right side, and it freed up Williams. 44 seconds left in the third quarter, maybe 1 play left in this third quarter.
Yeah, Coach Alstott and Northside really need to take advantage of this strange turn of events where that touchdown was called back.
And Singletary set up behind center, 5 yards deep is Williams. Give to Williams here. Had a hole to his left, instead put his head down and ran forward and picked up a yard. A late flag in there after the player was taken down. It's going to be 3rd and 7. We'll see what the penalty yardage is. Canterbury signaling that this ball's coming back. It's a hold, and it is. It'll move the ball back 10 yards and set up 2nd down and, well, just about 18. They'll move this ball from about the 35 back to the 25-yard line. Penalties just make it harder and harder, Earl.
They do, and the Mustangs are just really making their own job very, very difficult. The style of play they run is not one that's going to convert 20-yard distances on downs. And, you know, for them to commit these penalties, especially on 1st down and 2nd down, is just really killing themselves.
So 2nd and about 18 yards from the 23-yard line of the Mustangs. Here's the snap. Singletary, quick throw near side, tipped, and it is picked off. Fawcett with it on the near side. And a quick correction, not Fawcett. Ellinger picks it off. He's taken down right near the 25-yard line of the Mustangs. That ball was tipped 3 or 4 different times, but Ellinger, the man who came out with an apparent either broken or dislocated finger, with the good hands there to keep it for Canterbury and change the possession.
Yeah, apparently Coach Jones has been running the tip drill.
And that will end the third quarter right there. Canterbury with a little bit of momentum to end that quarter as we head to the 4th, with the Crusaders leading the Mustangs by 4. It's 10-6. We'll be back when play resumes here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
1 match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
Start of the 4th quarter here, and Wiley dropping back on 1st and 10. Throw to the near sideline. Ball is tipped up and incomplete. And it's going to set up 2nd and 10 as the teams switch sides and head in the opposite direction. Canterbury, after the pickoff by Ellinger, has the ball 2nd and 10 on the 25-yard line of the Mustangs. We welcome you back into the broadcast. 10-6 lead for Canterbury over Northside Christian. Alongside Earl McDonald, I'm Nick Grunowitz. We do thank you for joining us here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Tyler Crane up in the camera's nest for us, and Nick Flamia working the production. We thank Nick for his time. Tyler as well for their good work. A straight eye here for Wiley, and a give to Franklin running right side, finds a hole and gets himself inside of the 20-yard line. Nice run on third down, but it sets up 4th and short for Canterbury.
A field goal would make it a 7-point game. A touchdown would make it a 2-possession game.
And that blocked field goal was a big one on the previous possession for Northside Christian on the low kick. A bad snap, and it's third down here. A bad snap led to the blocked field goal. It says third down on the chain gang. Wiley with a straight eye. Fawcett, the deep man. Here's the snap. Fawcett will dance it up the middle, and he's pushing his way forward. Gets near the 10 before being pulled down. It's a first down for Canterbury. And if you're Northside Christian, you need to stop here and try to keep this a one-possession game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you've absolutely got to hold them to a field goal if at all possible. And they've done very well. Again, Canterbury still hasn't scored since their second possession. So the Northside defense has been doing very well. Whatever adjustments the coaching staff made have been working. But Canterbury now is in the midst of a very long drive. So let's see if they can come up with a stop.
First and goal for the Crusaders. Straight eye. Franklin dots it. And behind center is Wiley. Yelling at the line, gets the snap. Franklin will rush it. Dancing between the tackles, and he gets near the 5-yard line. It's a 5-yard rush and sets up 2nd and goal. Franklin once again with another nice carry there. Haven't seen any explosive plays out of Franklin tonight, but it's volume carries. He's been able to rack up some yardage on multiple touches. Had 20 carries last week against Keswick Christian. Had 136 yards. Very nice game. 10:23 left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and again, his runs have looked very good. They've been very smart runs. He's made good cuts. He's made very quality runs to get extra yard or 2 here and there that has made all the difference.
2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Here's the snap. Wiley gave it to the up back. That was Fawcett, who's dragged back after a short gain. And it's going to set up 3rd and goal. Fawcett with a very quick carry there. Got maybe 2. We'll see where they mark this ball. Looks like 3rd and goal from about the 3-yard line of the Mustangs. And I think even if the Mustangs get a stop here, you'll see Canterbury go for it on 4th.
I think they might, but the smart money would be to kick that field goal.
Absolutely. 1%. Keep it, get it to a touchdown game.
Yep.
So perhaps Canterbury needing to get all of it right here if they want a touchdown on this drive. An interception by Ellinger put them at the 25-yard line, and now Wiley trying to punch it in right here. Straight eye, Ellinger dots it. Here's the snap. Pitch left side, Ellinger running left. Trying to find a block, upended and stopped for no gain. Ellinger, the man who intercepted the ball on defense, was hit there, and he's shaken up, as well as a player down for Northside Christian. Right at the goal line, that's John Williams who's down, the starting tailback and defensive back. This would be a huge loss for the Mustangs. It's down right at the goal line. A quick correction, that might not be Williams. Looks like it may be number 8 as well. I can't quite see the number.
It's definitely a single digit, but I can't make it out from here.
Yeah, it looks instead of Williams like number 8 for Northside Christian. Mike Abraham, the starting defensive end, and it would be another big loss for this team. Frankly, Northside Christian dresses so few players due to injury. Any loss is a huge loss.
Yeah, and that's the case for a lot of these private high schools here in Florida.
That's something that you and I talked about before the start of the game. It's easy at the Division I level when you're dressing 100 guys that one guy goes down, okay, we'll plug another one in. But for some of these schools, you only have sometimes 25, 26 guys. So that's only 5 or 6 guys, sometimes maybe 7 sitting on your bench.
Right.
And if you lose one guy, you may not have a backup for that guy, or if you do, the fall off in the talent level is quite significant.
Right.
If you were to lose an Abraham or a Williams, or on the other side of Franklin or even a Wiley in this situation, your third string quarterback. I mean, we talked with Bill Jones before the start of the game. He said we had to completely change our offense with Wiley coming to play quarterback because he was a different style of guy.
Right, and not only
an
that,
offensive lineman.
Right, not only that, but then you get a player like Wiley, who, since he's the kicker and the punter and a starting linebacker, I believe, I can't confirm this because I haven't watched every single defensive play for Canterbury, but I believe Wiley has been involved on the field for every single play on offense, defense, and special teams tonight.
They'll get Abraham up and take a look at him. Looks like he's putting some weight on the left foot, but no, he's not going to. He's going to hobble his way off. That most likely will do it for the game for Abraham, but we'll wait to see whether or not the trainer can take a look at him. But he looked like he was in a lot of pain down there on the goal line. Did come up with a touchdown-saving stop right there at the 3-yard line of the Mustangs.
Yeah.
And, well, with the injury, it is an opportunity for Bill Jones to talk with his offense at the near sideline as he taps his starting quarterback, Wiley, on the back here, and have them draw something up if they want to go for it. But Earl, like you said, you'd rather see a field goal. You'd rather see a field goal here and have it be a touchdown game.
Yeah, I like aggressive plays, but it's 9:05 left in the fourth. You haven't let Northside drive the ball more than 40 yards all game long. Put the 3 up, make it a 7-point game.
Well, that's not what Canterbury is going to do here. 4th and goal from the 3, a 2-back set. Here's the snap. Flip, Fawcett to the end zone, a touchdown. Fawcett's second touchdown of the night, first rushing. And just like that, it's 16-6, a 10-point lead for Canterbury. They went for it all, and they got it there. Fawcett, who was set up to the right in the backfield, ran on a counter to the left side and had an easy open hole with 8:51 left in the fourth quarter. It's a 10-point lead for Canterbury, and Wiley coming out to kick the extra point. As Wiley takes his time, we saw a 2-point conversion try for Canterbury on the first touchdown of the game. There was a flag, and they kicked the extra point. There's the snap back, and the kick is up and right down the middle, good. And it's 17-6, 8:50 left in the fourth quarter. Northside Christian needs to come up with an answer when play resumes here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
Perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
It's a beautiful night here in St. Petersburg, Florida on Friday Night Football on Play On Sports, your destination for high school sports. We do thank you for joining us alongside Earl McDonald. I'm Nick Grunowitz. Canterbury Christian with a 3-yard rushing touchdown by Fawcett. They lead by 11, 17-6. Northside Christian set to receive the kick from Wiley here. It'll be Tristan Lewis back to receive, along with Patrick McGarvey. With 8:50 left in the fourth quarter, Northside Christian needs to come up with an answer here and put the ball in the end zone. A long kick back, fielded at the 10. Crossing to the far side goes the back. It's Fiante Bell dancing between a couple of defenders, finally wrapped up and pulled down at the 30-yard line. About a 25-yard return for Fiante Bell, and it's 1st and 10. We'll see Sakai Singletary come back out for the Mustangs. And once again, Earl, Northside Christian needs to get the ball in the end zone right here. They're beginning to run out of time.
They do. They've got to have a scoring play, a scoring drive on this possession. They can't, they're running out of possessions. They're not going to get the ball that many more times. This could be the penultimate or second to last possession they're going to have this game. They've got to get points.
And Northside Christian will line up 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line. Singletary sets up in the gun. 5 wide set for Mike Allstott's team. And Singletary's going to keep it himself. Blown up immediately in the backfield and taken down at the 25-yard line. A big stop there for Canterbury Christian. And number 55, John Rivera with the stop. That was read very easily by that defense for Bill Jones.
Yeah, and Bill Jones' defense has been playing great all night long. The Mustangs have quite a challenge ahead of them if they're going to try and put the ball in the end zone this drive.
2nd and 15 from the 23-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 12 instead. They'll mark it for a 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13, pardon. Singletary lines up in the gun. Williams to his right. Now Lewis moves from right to left across the formation. And here's the snap. Quick toss to the left side. Ball caught, and upfield goes the receiver. And he's taken down short of the 35. It's going to be 3rd and long, about 6 or 7 yards after that high percentage pass was caught for Northside Christian by Saxton Davis.
3rd long has been the bane of Alstadt's existence tonight, so this is going to be quite a challenge. Could be one of the critical plays of the game.
Player down for Canterbury Christian, right in the middle of the field. He's going to get up very quickly, though. Number 58, Ryan Schiller, senior captain on the offense, making the defensive linebacking crew. 7:41 left in the 4th quarter. And Earl, regardless of what down it is here, this may be 4-down territory for Northside Christian. They need to find a way to score. They put up 14 points last week against Admiral Farragut. I thought they would have a much better showing tonight, but they haven't been able to really get any kind of momentum going this evening.
They haven't. I mean, again, the only scoring drive they had, they got the ball around the 40-yard line of their opponent. They have not put together so much as a 50-yard drive all night long. And right now they've got to put together about 65 more yards in order for this game to be competitive still.
3rd and 7, Singletary behind center. Williams 5 yards deep. Play action, Singletary to his right, looking for Lewis. He's going to run it himself instead. Almost pulled down from behind, staying on his feet, fighting to the 40. And we'll see where forward progress puts him at about the 39-yard line. Needed to get to the 40. And a late flag down. Looks like this might go against Northside Christian. This would be disastrous if you're Northside Christian. It was 4th and manageable, and any kind of a penalty, it is a penalty. It's going to be on sportsmanlike conduct and go against Northside Christian. That's disappointing.
That's very disappointing, and that's something that the coaching staff is definitely going to have something to say about in the locker room after the game, because that's one of those plays that could affect the entire outcome of the game. The difference between 4th and 1 and 4th and 16 is enormous.
Well, I don't think there's any could about it. I think that absolutely will affect the outcome, because that's 4th and quite manageable. Instead, Northside Christian, as they move this ball back 5 yards, is going to have 4th and 6. Instead of an easy run, you have to throw the ball here.
Right.
Singletary in the gun, Williams behind him. They'll set up in the pistol. No, now Singletary will get behind center. Offset eye to the left. Here's the snap. Play action. Williams misses the block. Quick throw left side. That ball's picked off by Canterbury. And going back, this is Franklin still on his feet, heading towards the end zone. That's a touchdown for Franklin on the interception return. It's 23-6 Canterbury. P.J. Franklin, the senior, picks that one off.
Yeah, P.J. Franklin was watching the quarterback while covering his man in the flat, saw the quarterback look back to the flat, knew the ball was coming, jumped it, caught it, and just took it to the house.
So it's a touchdown for Canterbury. First touchdown of the game for P.J. Franklin, either offensive or defensive. It's the 2nd interception of the game for Singletary. And now Canterbury, going to line this one, going to set this one back up. And then a penalty called against the Crusaders there. Well, they haven't changed the score yet. Did they not count that as a touchdown? No, they didn't.
Wow.
So there's a block. Is it a block in the back, I think is what was called. It's a 15-yard penalty, and that'll call the touchdown back. Wow, that's a huge change of events here. Instead of the touchdown, it's Canterbury's football because it's a turnover on downs.
Right.
And they'll set up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line of the Mustangs. 6:40 left in the 4th quarter. 17-6 lead for Canterbury over Northside Christian.
I think even if Canterbury wins, Bill Jones is going to feel like he escaped with 2 touchdowns basically taken off the board.
Straight eye, Franklin dots it. And a play action. Wiley looking deep. He's going to toss it mid-range near side. Fawcett with the catch, stays on his feet. Inside the 15 and tripped up at about the 13-yard line by McQuez Crimity. And it's 1st down for the Crusaders. 6:28 left in the 4th quarter. They'll stop the clock while the chains move, and instead they'll call an official timeout. 17-6, the lead for the Crusaders over the Mustangs, and now Canterbury in the red zone looking to punch in another score. When we come back, they'll have the ball 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line of the Mustangs here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3, beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this. We come out of the officials' timeout here in St. Petersburg. 1st and 10, ball on the 13-yard line of the Mustangs, and Wiley with a pump fake. Rolling to his right side under fire, throws in the middle of the end zone. Ball tipped, and it is caught in the end zone by Canterbury. And guess who? It's Crosby Ellinger. On a tip ball in the back of the end zone, Ellinger able to slide down and make the catch. And it's 23-6. Canterbury leads with 6:12 left in the fourth quarter. Ellinger, right place, right time, as we welcome you back into the broadcast. That's the first play coming out of the officials' timeout. Welcome you back in style there.
Yeah, should we wait a second to see if the officials call it back?
I thought they might for a moment. I thought the ball might have hit the ground, but looks like Ellinger able to get his hands underneath of it. And now it'll be Wiley to kick the extra point. Snap back, hold is good. Kick is a liner, but it gets just wide left, no good. So Wiley missed that one. 23-6 the score, though. Canterbury gets another touchdown. Ellinger with an interception and a touchdown catch tonight.
For a bum finger.
Absolutely, yeah. And I'll tell you what, that was a nice play there, just a reactionary one. You can't teach that. Just good reaction skills to be able to slide underneath that ball and be able to haul it in for the touchdown. And that may have been just the final nail in the coffin for Northside Christian. And right now they trail by 14 points. Pardon that, make it 17 points. And, well, Earl, Northside Christian, they've had their opportunities in this game. It's kind of a head-scratcher for head coach Mike Allstott.
Yeah, and based on what we've seen so far, I can't envision them scoring 3 times in the remaining 6 minutes and 12 seconds. But yeah, they've had dropped balls, they've had penalties kill their drives, they've had several problems of their own. Both offenses have had the same situations. But yeah, their missed opportunities have really hurt them, because now I don't think there's a chance that they're going to score 3 more times.
Well, I mean, short of a return for a touchdown here to save the time on the clock. The clock is an issue. 6:12 left in the fourth quarter and 3 scores needed. 17 points, two normal touchdowns and a field goal. You know, you need some kind of, frankly, divine intervention here, but Northside Christian looking to try to get the next score in the end zone and chip away at the lead and save as much time as they can. And you're going to need Sakai Singletary to go to the air in this next drive. He's been picked off twice tonight.
Absolutely. He's got to roll out. Somebody's got to get open, and they cannot drop the ball.
Fiante Bell back to return the kick. This one's high and deep, and Bell will take it at the right hash. Cutting upfield to the far side, looking for a block. Trying to get around the end and get a step. Instead, he's taken down from behind by a defender. That's Fawcett in the open field near the 20. It's going to be a very long field for Northside Christian here with 6:04 left in the fourth quarter. 23-6 lead for Canterbury.
Yeah, and again, you know, they have not put together a single 50-plus yard drive all night long. So unless they've got a couple more trick plays up their sleeve, I don't think they're going to be able to do anything here. Let's see.
The only score tonight was on, like you said, a trick play, a halfback toss. It was Tristan Lewis who threw the ball to the near side to Singletary, who was able to muscle it into the end zone for a touchdown. Quick snap and tied up in the backfield is Singletary, and he may have fumbled the ball. No, he held on to it. Singletary hit in the backfield and pulled down. Number 78, Chris Olson with the stop, 6'3", 272-pound junior. Once he got his arms around Singletary, Sakai wasn't going anywhere. It's a huge loss, sets up second down and about 14.
Yeah, and instead of things getting better, they're getting worse for Northside.
5:57 left in the fourth quarter. 23-6, Canterbury leads. We thank you for joining us here on Friday Night Football on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. A timeout called by Northside Christian here. But Earl, Northside with a long second down here. And one thing, though, to try to keep in mind is not to try to get all the yardage back at once. You have to play within your offense.
Right, and really their offense has got, the way their offense runs, they need to get 4 to 6 yards on each play. Otherwise, you know, they're simply not equipped to convert the long yardage on third down or especially on fourth down. So, you know, here they're going to have to get a little bit more than that to keep the third down short. They've got to get 5 or 6 yards here, I think.
And Singletary has really struggled inside of the pocket in this game. You mentioned he needed to get outside of the tackle boxes. Yeah, is that something they need to do here as well? Try to get him moving, get his feet moving?
I think so. I think they've got to get him. I'm not sure I'd have him do a straight drop back for the rest of the game. I think they would be all bootlegs and rolls and things like that. Maybe some play action rollouts. Those seemed effective earlier, even though there were a couple drops on those plays. But, you know, again, that first down play was a good example. You know, he dropped straight back and, you know, had no chance to get a ball off.
It'll be second and just about 12 or 13 yards. And Singletary sets up in the gun with Williams to his right and 3 wide receivers. 5:57 left in the fourth quarter. Now Williams out of the backfield to the left side. Here's the snap. Play action, Opard on a pump fake, and Singletary going to keep it himself, now being chased in the wrong direction and pulled down late in the backfield. No flag. And it's going to be third and long, about 14 yards. Number 72, Hunter Tomoko, able to make that stop. I think Tomko, pardon, Hunter Tomko.
Yeah, and again, between the tackles and a negative play.
Clock continues to run, 5:30 left in the fourth quarter. Northside Christian needs a big play here. They're set up at their own 20-yard line, and they need to get to their own 34, so it's 3rd and 14. Not a lot in your playbook for third and that long as well, 3rd and 14.
No, I don't foresee Singletary throwing an 18-yard deep out.
Singletary behind center. Williams 5 yards deep. He'll carry it. Left side, trying to get a step. Turns his way upfield, back to the original line of scrimmage. Gets some more, pushing his way forward near the 34-yard line, near the 30-yard line, pardon. That's where we'll mark him about 4 yards short of that fourth down. But this is 4 down territory if you're Northside Christian.
Sure is.
4:52 left in the fourth quarter and down by 17 points, 23-6. Still some time left for these Mustangs looking for their first win of the season. They'll mark it down at the 31-yard line of Northside Christian. It's 4th down and 3 for the Mustangs.
I'll give Singletary some credit on that last play right after he handed it off. He sprinted up the field in case there was a cutback. He'd be able to make a key block. It didn't happen, but good for him for hustling still late in the game down.
Offset eye to the right. Williams 5 yards deep. A wide out for Singletary, but it's Williams with a carry. Trying to go wide. Finds a hole with the near side across the 40. Inside of midfield to the 40-yard line. That's a huge run for Williams there. Had a huge hole and took it all the way to the 40 for a first down, but a late flag. They'll mark him down on the 39. This looks like it's going to go against Northside Christian. This might be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, some excessive celebration for Williams as he got up. I didn't see a lot there.
It seemed to me
exactly what it is.
All he did was call the first down signal.
It just gave the first down signal.
He's excited. He's a kid playing a game.
That's disappointing there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you do that as an official? Team's down by 17. He pulls off what? He took it from his own 34-yard line to the opponent's 40. That's about a 25-yard run. Biggest play of the game for Northside Christian to get them a first down. And you're going to pull that flag out? That's disappointing.
It really, really is. I mean,
the game's about the kids here. It's not about the officials. That's disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, the officials, I know that their job is to make sure that the game stays sportsmanlike and there's no taunting, but he wasn't taunting. He wasn't directing anything.
He didn't go anywhere near another player. He walked towards open field.
Yeah, I think the referees missed that.
That's a misuse of the rule right there. That's not excessive celebration. That's celebration, period.
Right.
Guy runs for 25 yards. He should celebrate it. That's a play to celebrate. Instead, it's 1st and 10 and the ball back in Mustang territory.
Kids playing a game.
They give the ball to Bell on a counter. And a flag down. This is a false start, most likely going to go against the offense. It is. False start against the offense.
At least that one's legitimate.
It is. Well, I'm just saying. I mean, the guy runs for 25 yards. They took away about 12 of it right there.
Right.
5-yard penalty sets up second down, make it first down and 15 from the 44-yard line of Northside Christian.
And that play ended practically right in front of us. Both of us had a clear view. All he did was throw the referee's first down sign because he was happy he made a first down. It wasn't
gross
taunting.
overreaction. Gross overreaction. It's embarrassing for the official crew, frankly. 3:33 left in the fourth quarter. 17-point lead for Canterbury, 23-6 over Northside Christian, and a straight eye. Bell dots it for Singletary behind center. Here's the snap. Pitch to Bell on the right side. He's going to toss this ball. Throw back to Singletary. He makes the catch. He's going to turn the corner. Inside of midfield. Cutting up the near side. Makes one miss. Inside the 35. Inside the 30. Amongst the trees. Still spinning. Pulled down. Inside of the 25-yard line is Singletary. Another trick play of flip to the halfback in a toss. That's a carbon copy of the play that got Northside Christian the touchdown, and Singletary makes another catch and does something well in the open field.
Absolutely. The only variant on that from the touchdown play was the touchdown was an end around to start, and that one was a pitch. But otherwise, the plays were identical, and Singletary executed beautifully once he got the ball in the field.
Timeout, Northside Christian. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 23-6. Canterbury leads Northside Christian here in the fourth quarter. As we do, thank you for joining us here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. I'd like to take a moment to thank all of our crew for their role in tonight's broadcast. Tyler Crane up in the crow's nest working the camera for us, and Nick Flamme, our producer tonight, pushing all the buttons, making sure we get on and off the air, doing a great job tonight. Earl McDonald, my partner. Been about 6 weeks since Earl and I have been able to get back together and work another game, as we've both been around working different games for the company. And Earl, it's good to be back in the booth with you again. It's been a very nice night here in St. Petersburg, about mid-70s and breezy at times, and a very nice and competitive game between these two teams, Canterbury School and Northside Christian. 23-6 our score here as we head to the last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter, coming out of Northside Christian's timeout. 2 remaining, make it 1 left for Mike Allstott's crew. And out comes Singletary. Had a problem with his left knee pad there for a moment. It's going to take a moment to get himself fastened back up again there before they start play. Fiante Bell lines up as the deep back. 2 wide receivers, Crimity to the right side. Make it just 1 wide receiver on the right. And a blitz showing to the left of the quarterback, and it comes. Give to Bell, left side, finds a hole, cutting forward inside of the 20-yard line. Make it right to the 20 goes Bell, a 5-yard carry, and it sets up 2nd and 5. Surprised Northside Christian didn't try to run the same halfback toss. It's worked so well each time.
Yeah, it's one of their best plays. They ought to find a third variant on it.
You catch Madden fever there where you try to run the same play that works over and over again. Eventually you get caught, but
yeah,
until then it's pretty fun, frankly.
Yeah.
2:28 left in the fourth quarter. Northside Christian taking their time at this point. It's about just getting the ball in the end zone. They've done it once tonight. Looking for a second time. Williams 5 yards deep on an offset eye to the right. Singletary taking his time, gets the snap. Play action. Sakai looks, throws, near side. That ball is off the hands and incomplete of the intended wide receiver, Max Messengill. And it's 3rd and 5. That was a catch and what looked to be a touchdown. 2:07 left in the fourth quarter, but instead it's coming back to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, and that's very unfortunate. That was a great play, executed really, really well in every aspect until the very end. It hit him in the hands and in the fingertips, to be fair, and he just wasn't able to pull it in.
And how about the pocket for Singletary there? Had plenty of time, plenty of room, could have sat down, had a picnic lunch, and then threw the ball, but Messengill couldn't quite haul it in. 3rd and 5, play action, good protection again. Singletary, a line drive throw ball, caught by Bell, and he's hit, stays on his feet, finding the end zone, that's a touchdown. What a catch out there for Northside Christian. The catch made by Steven Sullivan, not Fiante Bell. It's Sullivan with the touchdown catch, goes for 20 yards, and it's 23-12. Canterbury leads an 11-point game again. Extra point pending here for Grace with 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Frankly, even if your kick Even if you go for 2 here, it doesn't make much of a difference. Still a 2-possession game.
Go for the higher percentage kick here.
Grace will line this one up. Snap back. Kick
Flag.
is blocked again, but a flag down. Second time Grace has had an extra point blocked. False start goes against the offense. Penalties declined by Bill Jones. 2 kicks blocked tonight by Canterbury. And now the Crusaders set to get the ball back when play resumes, as Northside Christian will kick this one away. Most likely an onside kick coming here. If you're Northside Christian, what do you need to do to try to return to try to recover this onside kick? It's coming, of course. Everyone's going to be expecting it.
Yeah, they're going to use their hands teams if they've got hands teams. Both these teams are so
players.
shallow. Yeah, they're going to use their starters. They're both way starters are going to be out there for this kickoff. And we're going to see how well the kicker can execute it, really, which is what it's going to come down to at the high school level, because an onside kick is very difficult to execute well. And we'll see if it can go the 10 yards and their players can sprint down. Maybe they'll get it and still have a shot and stay alive.
We saw Admiral Farragut kick 2 onside kicks last week against this Northside Christian squad. They were successful both times.
Wow.
They were up by 3 touchdowns at the time as well. It was one of those games at Northside Christian. Minute 57 left in the fourth quarter. 23-12, an 11-point lead for Canterbury. That was an important extra point that was not made.
Yeah, they're going to have to go for 2 now if they can somehow find a way to get in the end zone again.
And Grace lining up this potential onside kick. Keep an eye on Tristan Lewis here, one of the faster guys with good hands. And now a timeout called by Canterbury and head coach Bill Jones. So it looked like Northside Christian was lined up for the onside kick, and Bill Jones wanted to call the timeout, talk things over with his special teams.
Yeah. He's got all 3 of his timeouts, and this is obviously a critical play in the game. It makes sense to let him see what look they're going to bring, to call the timeout, and then, try to prepare your defense better for it.
1 timeout left for Mike Allstott, Northside Christian. So if Canterbury's able to recover this kick, most likely they'll be able to run the timeout on the clock. They only need about 1 first down, and that would just about do it, with an 11-point lead here and a minute 57 left in the fourth quarter. And Northside Christian coming back out. Canterbury set and ready to go, and they line up very shallow here, expecting the kick. The onside kick, that is. Grace lining it up, most likely going to go to the far side where everyone's stacked up. And the kick is a line drive, but a flag down. It's going to be an offsides penalty on the kicking team.
As I said, at the high school level, onside kicks are difficult to execute well.
That was fortunate for Northside Christian. That was not a very good onside kick.
No, that was a little too deep.
Give another shot here.
A little too deep, and there was also no high bounce.
He had one last week against Admiral Farragut. It was very good as well.
Okay.
And he'll line this one up at the 35. Grace tried to line it up at the 40. The official telling him now, no, son, you need to move it back to the 35 and kick it from there. And it's really tough at this level to not only find the time to practice, but to get this right, to get everybody moving at the same time and on the same line.
Right.
Grace lining it up. He's going to kick this one. This is good on a bounce, short hop, and fielded well by Canterbury right at the 45 of the Mustangs. Guess who?
Yep.
Wiley able to pick that one up on the far side. They kicked it right at the starting quarterback, linebacker, and kicker, and Wiley continues to fill up the stat sheet for this team. So he recovers an onside kick as well with 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. It's laughable, isn't it? The guy is all over the field tonight.
I'm telling you, it's as if he knows where the play is going to end, and he just puts himself there.
He looked very good there making that play as well. Got right down on it and was able to just smother it in the ground and hold on to the ball and make sure the possession was kept by Canterbury. And Wiley doesn't even come off the field now, lines up, set and ready to go. He'll line up in the gun. Yep. Franklin will get the snap instead, rushing to the left side, trying to get around the end, and he does. Inside the 45, inside the 40, lowers his head, stays on his feet, cut to the outside, tripped up, stays on his feet, and gets to the 20-yard line. 25-yard run for P.J. Franklin, just refused to go down at one point in time there. It was all tied up and broke about 3 tackles and is taken down at the 20-yard line of Northside Christian. A minute 43 left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and head coach Bill Jones of CSF was prophetic earlier when he told us that his players play 48 minutes hard. And here, clearly, the instruction he's giving them is to run the ball, get first downs, eat the clock, end this game, let's go to the locker room. And yet his players are playing it a little bit harder than that, a little bit more aggressive.
1:20 left in the fourth quarter. Once again, Franklin, the deep back. Fawcett, the offset, and a flag down before the start of the play.
Yeah, the quarterback hadn't even gotten under center yet.
Have to see exactly what the call is here. It may have been a legal procedure. It's going to go against the offense. It was an illegal procedure. Be a 5-yard penalty. So set up 1st and 15 from the 25-yard line of Northside Christian.
Shouldn't really be a factor, I don't think. They're still just going to try and run the ball and eat the clock.
Minute 11 left in the fourth quarter. 23-12 lead for Canterbury over Northside Christian. And lined up behind center is Wiley. Fawcett, the offset back. The deep man is Franklin. And a kneel coming down.
It's going to be a penalty.
Big hit on the left side coming in for Northside Christian. That was number 46 who came in and made that hit. Not on my lineup sheet.
Might be 64.
Pardon that. Dyslexia coming in here. Kevin Ryan coming in and making that hit. And a lot of talking down there as well between players. Came in, ran right into number 40, J.C. Scherer. Or was it number 4? No, it was 40.
It was 40. It was Scherer. And I don't think Scherer liked being hit quite that hard before a play started.
52.5 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and Canterbury Christian was just trying to kneel that ball down.
Yeah.
Instead, the penalty is going to move it all the way near the 10-yard line. From the 25, should move it right to the 10. From Canterbury here, I'm trying to put it in the end zone. Make a point.
Yeah.
Wiley instead's going to line up behind center. This looks like they're going to take a knee anyway.
Yeah.
And Wiley gets the snap, takes the knee, 45 seconds left. They should have to take a knee one more time to end this one.
Yep.
23-12, Canterbury leads, looking to ice this one away. It's going to be the 3rd win of the year for Bill Jones and his team.
And the 2nd in a row, and again, this is the first time I've seen them, but they do not look like a 2-win ball club. They look pretty strong.
And Bill Jones was telling us before the start of the game, I mean, they've been building to this point on the season. Started off with a lot of injuries, had about 5 or 6 guys that meant a lot of the team go down. And once again, Wiley, the 3rd-string quarterback, originally started as an offensive lineman. He's led his team to a victory here tonight, looking at the clock. And they're going to let it run all the way down.
Yep.
And that's going to do it here tonight. So that's going to conclude our broadcast tonight of the game. Stay tuned for our post-game show. The final 23-12. Canterbury beats Northside Christian. Stay tuned. We'll come back with our wrap-up of this game in just a minute here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
1 match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
We can get a player up here. Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream.
(23-12) our final score here in St. Petersburg, Florida. Canterbury School defeats Northside Christian in a very close match until just about the fourth quarter when Canterbury was able to run away with this one. They were up by 17 points. Northside Christian scored late. Then Canterbury took the ball on an onside kick, and they were able to kneel it out and come away with the victory. As we welcome you into the postgame show alongside Earl McDonald. I'm Nick Grunowitz. We thank you for joining us here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. And, well, Earl, in this game, of course, the largest story, the starting quarterback for Canterbury School, the third-string quarterback, the guy that thought he was going to be starting on the offensive line before the season began, Matt Wiley. He was all over the field tonight. Right. He's, his first love is kicking. He's the starting kicker, wants to play kicker at the next level, and he's getting some looks. And he also is was the best offensive lineman on the team at the beginning of the year. And he was a decent linebacker, starting there as well. And all of a sudden, a couple games into the season, he finds himself starting at quarterback. One game behind the top two quarterbacks in the first game of the year. Behind a now slightly weakened offensive line without his presence. And because of his duties as a kicker and a linebacker, tonight he was on the field for every single play of the game in all three phases. And made plays in all three phases, even though he must have been exhausted. He made plays all over the field on offense, defense, and special teams. Well, the win for Bill Jones's squad means they move to 3-6 overall. A very nice win. Once again, 23-12, the final score. On the other side, it's an 0-9 season for first-year head coach Mike Allstott and Northside Christian, the Mustangs. It's another head-scratching game for Mike Allstott. His team was in it all the way, and they just couldn't seem to move the ball offensively. Yeah, they really had trouble on their offense. Their defense played really, really well most of the game. Had a little trouble on that first drive and then a little trouble late. But through most of the game, the defense played very, very strong. The problem was the offense couldn't string together three good plays in a row. And consequently, they couldn't put a drive together. And it really, really handicapped them. So for Northside Christian, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board. One more game left this year, looking to, well, not make it an 0-10 season. Instead, hoping to turn it into a 1-9 season. Still looking for the first win under Mike Allstott and his regime. And, well, I mean, this team seems to have some of the tools. Sakai Singletary, a fifth-year senior, had a couple of nice passes. And once again, they just couldn't seem to get any momentum going. It was just one of those games, frankly, for Northside Christian. Right. They had at least three critical dropped passes that I can recall from the game. One of them would have been a touchdown. Now, the player got bailed out because on the next play they still got a touchdown. But, those kinds of things, when you're 0-8, every single play like that really, really hurts you. It sets you back. It hurts morale. It hurts momentum. It hurts everything. And Earl, just any other final thoughts on this one that you have? Once again, Canterbury 23-12, they get the win. My only other thought would be to remind the viewers who saw all these things unfold, but just to praise Wiley one more time. He finishes the game with 2 TD passes, 1 field goal, 2 extra points, a recovered onside kick, a fumble recovery, and recovered the onside kick to prevent Northside from coming back. Yeah, just a great amazing game. All three phases. Great game from Matt Wiley. Was all over the field tonight, and frankly, one of those kind of everything guys. Really turned out a very nice performance. But that's going to wrap it up here from St. Petersburg, Florida, where the Canterbury Crusaders defeated the Northside Christian Mustangs by a final score of 23-12. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us here on PlayOn Sports coverage of Friday Night Football. Be sure to check out PlayOnSports.com for more information and links to all of our upcoming broadcasts. For our producer, Nick Flammey, our videographer, Tyler Crane, and my partner, Earl McDonald, I'm Nick Grunowitz saying so long, and we hope you'll join us next Friday on your destination for high school sports, Friday Night Football, PlayOnSports.com.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.